I always say the endorsement from the leaders accounted, but it doesn't take 10%. Because I am me and I'm a tikromo and I'm a musa and I'm a koya and I'm a koye. This is all he be and about him. I'll be catch them say to a banner mass messia. I didn't know I didn't know ya. I didn't what I'm a mente ye. The only one remember who be there. Yes, of course. They are pay Ghana at the saying in your pocket. Private workers, the youth, students, Ghana at the saying. That is the question. 0531 455 105. Put a band to my mobile pay. The program is packed this morning with a lot of elects. The international pay. Ennin before Nyabo trading komo. They was plain to you. The entire I was say to aba ema bunkum ananifa. But the final decision no either you continue to vote for NPP, you continue to vote for NDC, and as by on Saturday time round and bring in a third force. Ejinawa also. Development is individual oriented. And he said, me nyabia, now one yabia. Yes, it can give me hope. Said there, oh, man, so for be there. Yeah, what was with from Benyabi. Yes, that is a hope. And so you can vote on hope. By hope, you also are Ebianamwa 0531 455 105. 0531 455 105. Ezra 94.1 FM, and of course Ezra TV. Ibusao Anopai said Ghana at the same. For voice note bra. Now if you bra Facebook Ezra 94.1 official. And Aduanaba Kofi Asante Ennin on Facebook. Ezra 94.1 official and Aduanaba Kofi Asante Ennin on Facebook. Like, share, never comment bra. And I pay Ghana to saying 3 weeks to elections. Uremu ewo Western Regional. Western Region for Mutie na no pay. Was it Samak na Aduanaba? Yeah, Western Region there. Me me wano Ghana ye kama. Yeah, voter region Ghana ye kama. But yeah, what Eastern Region they say Ghana ye. Let's hear you. Bientio. 0531 455 105. 0531 455 105. Tell them. Mama your phone ntiase. Wo ubotom. Ufie, u school fees. Ah, nana kola. Well. So 3 weeks. Now what you mean, sir? Your country and na a bebo swimming, sir. And yeah, ba. But now what you mean, sir? Ghana to say. Ghana at the same. I voice note to the bra 0531 455 105. 0531 455 105. Listen, moment pick few course. I mean more voice note because my guest I translate. I'm not translating so Yamfa pause kakra 0208 340412 0208 340412 and I feel 0558 620 300 0558 620 300. Enra mo mobile house of Ezra eboaye ema yaba for the nyame sam pa mo mo ntimi ama so no mbetimo de mo de aba akiri nyame insha no mo so mo sabeka mo de 0208 340412 and afi 0558 620 300. Yes, you are Ghana. Yes, you are Parliament. And no, affect my pockets. The MP is obey no, and answer on Parliament no. On qua, yeah, say, a banner who drag at the MP some Parliament, and say, manko parliament makatu ya me for mamuana said the teacher ni anko classroom said nurse for anko adwuma said organizer labor for anko adwuma aban to yakoko reka say ntuo maka no youth for anko ayentuo maka no ya hwehwe say MPs na anko parliament a aban be yakoko reka say ntuo maka umbe wi abaje as gracia 0208 3404120 558620300 oba no twanetia aye Ezra within the same mic. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, we're going to AFRIFA. What are you? I want them container. In which region? Container, Kuma, oh, okay, Asante. You put on the and yet, the fact that you're talking about the Bushing, has now given that it owns a part number 15 now 2 people for my association. You know, your finance is that way they are the finance. I think they are the finance about never implement mobile doing the quiet activity. Okay, yeah, hello, good morning. Hello. Yes, you are the AFRIFA. You are the AFRIFA, didn't you? Okay, you know the phone. 0208 3404120 1558 Good morning. Good morning. Yes, you know the AFRIFA. Yeah, me pepe Accra. Weja, Bawi. Okay. Yeah. Open it you. Yeah. Now I now work parliament exam. Now I go papa you know. Say I'm before now. Come on, come by. What I'm going to say, Mumra now, so I come up. I'm over. Now, I'm ready. Now, the court, you are also my family. I'm going to have my persona. See that I'm going to have someone there. I'm here. I'm over. So I can't hear. Okay. Gracias. Hello, good morning. Good morning, boss. Yes, let me add the whole answer. Very well, you tell us. I know you now have NPT that your company and Sabama. You know, you're married, then about or mining function and done. Or mine office, I'm back and you get up. And then come, what they're done about. Okay. Hello, good morning. Yeah, good morning. Yes, you did the AFRIFA. We did the 14 and the very free mind. 14 and 2 on a thing. Yo, Aduanaba. Oh, my eye, to me, say, we'll be able to do, sir. So, point a human number. Aduanaba. You're not go. The double water. The pot and here for the city. The point here for 10-15. It's just a wow, you know, before second, if you go, let a minute to you, Aduanaba. They say, oh, my kimono. Okay, and yet the open. Oh, the gentleman or more excellent. Again, about Mr. Ra, me back my hair, me chat things. My chat things, Aduanaba, before car or a bit of column, and I muka Piaba, Anna, a going Marco 5-6, Marco 7-6, Marco 10-6, Aduanaba. Now, so your penny, that's a word for Mamu. Now, I say, you need kind before. Say, oh, dear, I get your door, or may you Aduanaba. Now, and the furniture say, and it's saying, it's me, your mind, in fact, say, dear, I say, cry. Okay, let us say, Sir Mike. Hello, good morning. Sir Mike, radio book to me, Commander Fire. Now, I can say, Ombe Kosojo Musica. As I covered by the political field, Muslim GP, the parliament is almost a monk. I used to speak an Akofaba, and the parliamentary and a castle monko. So as I say, if you be not to be there, there's so much music. I'm going to cut the gun of Punate, Monk come on to me, Namon 4 and Pika by so. I'm not going to me anti dictation in the Bugana. What so common on here, dictation. You be a dictation, and you want dictation, and you are alpha.
what the Bruno can't say, ya from a good man, a graduate and the Youth Employment Agency. They see we a baboon, a person who stands and Juma are buying a back or 2 a woman, that was maybe a buying more part in the city, Hopaka, okay, now Bana Sama Kanye, what person standing in actually Ghana for? What person Ghana for the other, the choice more, the one person Ghana for the Montumabomia.
I'm on it. That's it. If I talk, the friend of Juma, Bashir Kusati, because I see Boko Afais. Boko Mitiamina. You wouldn't have to about I'm going to be because the overall mind more. Yeah, I'm not going to say you'll be major me call the Jacoba last day at the back of Martin Crime. Then you may have to be more men no more. To do an the standing commercial from Babia or Babia people will do daily. Trilano, car by the Bakumi is at 9 and there's somebody in a mumba. At the end, I said, the Amocato among Cassipas. At the about where you on your might be a Satan should be moved. You got a dinner for 2 hours with you and you. At the Miss Lou be a Trabana, my system, in
With us, say, unfortunately. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yes, we have AFRIFA on pay.
I'm from
Takrade in the Western region.
Western, yeah. But the game woman just says, almost my digitalization. Now, Tama Kufoban, Kufoya, National Health Insurance. I within a real one. But at the most, Mama buying, only be a comedia. Wasn't a digital. I'm paying for no bar. No, I'm a boy, so no more discount boys are my own and won't change. Then won't change. Only idea what will come with the so wedding. I couldn't. You might be car engine 2 years in time, 130 million, and then 250 million. We also a man of
94.1.
Yeah, that's it. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Majo was opening. We have AFRIFA. Western North, Ura. Precisely where?
What was it?
Western North, I find it because when we say Western North, yeah. Baby, any. Okay. Right.
I don't say I'm a person. I am for one. I am for the normal to about. I'm not a NDC but now sister stations maybe on. I see the real sick I said, yeah, I am for one name. I am for no more but for a man, Lodina, but Marcina. I hear my dinner now, I hear my sham and Nadia. I don't know why they say, and I hear my for the name. I hear for the better Banamayu. Yea, the individual, one year to Yaba. But I said, this is show I hear my share, Lodina, I hear my share, Mahama. Yeah, offensively, people say, no one got to Abanama, yeah, you got to Yaba. It's yeah, Asante region. You decided to get to Abanama on 1 year to a man. Like I say, it's not funny, Mamma Mufan show to some of the village flying before no, or no more Casania, the other one of Abanama. Yeah, you got to Yaba, you will start getting through with it.
May I say, hello, good morning. Yes, my brother, you have to pay.
If I told me the Hamza, the first of the free should walk up.
Good.
I mean, more my boss partner, Mintia, His Excellency John Allan, Quadritin Martin, Ghana, the 1 year set up to that project and kind when you be there, or Babaye reports among Ghana, just fine to my perfect. Now, Samasi said the American, she said, all Cassa, I have for name, I suffer for never to Abano. Ghana, Ubia, so be in that term. Also, this year, so credit, ECG, Foco, Koto credit, prepaid. What of 500 cities, any amount 100 cities. Meaning, I could Google me, in a company. Yes, animal was in the trouble. I'm born a to know. Says, yeah, you let you have a fear so. No, I can't say, yes, that's what Bama. Now, what because you live him. Now, you live one implement it. Why not implementing levy? What I say, we economic management team chairman, we Dr. Secretary, we say, nah, IMF, who are the financial management. Now, the IMF, they have not checked a day so.
I'm there for Nipa Pa. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, Ghana Tisano pay.
Me pacho we.
Nyamia Dumboko.
Nyamia se. Pacho Ghana ye wo chi o. Wo chi e papa. Ba jimenyo. Ji man fo nse na mo nti abanu macho. Enne be boy.
See. Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Do you have free? Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Do you have free?
Me free here, Asante.
Okay. Ain't you?
Yo. Madam, God did that to see us easy. Put top people and not to good man about me account. The Tamana prepared by our near term. Tell about me on this. But I'm the advantage. Madam, you see, I buy a Bobusia. The Ghana, in terms of project, I work Ghana. We look at your possible dam. Madam, Papaya, road official. I don't know who's there. Across the whole Ghana, roads are Papaya. Yes, schools are Papaya. Yes, I have hospitals are Papaya. My first Ghana Kokuna accounts more. But the scanning in you put to the amount of my Ghana. Well, that is all that now Casabia. Umunushia. I never be a Ghana. I want to Abama Mahmoud Baumia. What's your a friend saying, free education, Golama, put 10. Oh, Ghana.
But I say, good morning.
Good morning, Aduanaba.
Say, Mike.
Yeah, we did in my B.
Okay.
We first from.
Aduanaba.
I said, yeah.
We were the confer that. There we were the confer. There we were the confer. What the confer that? Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. I didn't be free.
I'm Kofi.
Okay, ain't you?
Okay, I need to go another Ghana for your cacao. You will see the Echomuku. Ghana is Yajo.
Manoso Akrama on our voice no phone.
You will see the Echomuku. Ghana, you will see the Echem. Yeah, it didn't break. Mahama Basso. I'm not cutting and said, what the crowd would cry for my area. The need for production. So, that was short memory. The little castle is the one. What do I tell you? You are out of Baba Tide, a Tama no Sandra. There's a pair of hotels. How 4 years now? For that number. I'm on my Ghana. And she must have been answered.
Two more calls. Good morning.
Good morning, boss.
Yes, sir. I didn't be free.
The part of my fresh and TV. The shares out in the charity that I'm going to give for a coupon show to my family, my son, to my Ghana. From the city of free education, Ghana for a hour. You will speak when you come here, free education. Yes, MPs who are almost see young parliament to all our team members who free parliament now. MP now, we did buy ultimate country at the top of the no, the more of my Ghana. You will say, NDC for quarter parliament or Mumbrana business or Mamba. And then I'm call the same parliament, parliament and NDC for almost a Mumba. MPs for MPs for parliament.
Okay, last caller. Good morning.
Come on.
Yes, you didn't be free on the pay.
Yo, make us free Western region, Christian Honey Valley contingent.
Christian Honey Valley. No, yeah. Wosin Kujo, any Babroti Jesse, right?
Dom Kujo.
Okay, where's Dom Kujo, eh? And Babroti Jesse. Okay.
Very different. Hello?
I can say it to you.
You very different. Also, can say free Asante with your friend Adjaman. Or can say free upon Valley. Now, you show program, you can see Papa.
ewiase ohu sa wo se wo maame ewu na wo so wada abesa wo begi na obani aduane ama wadi enoma party bi ni mo bi eye so wo kon the grama eni ho ebenya ba wo yisi sukusa ba wo yisi wo ko for den so a the bisa regional minister Asante regional minister Bonoma 5 akwesi wo sino kan okasen wo friends asenso bo achi ibisa no asenso ibisa no kan Bonoma 5 okasen papa ye friend ni politics e wo msa de na wo ba untini ni firi wa kuma but kanwa ewo NDC bo ba ye den NDC asi ni won papa yen die ni bebi NDC firi ba ye na Eritrea aleta fuga na fufi Nigeria eda
okay
tani wo mabaye
ya nasi emre nti ya nasi ya na mo amuti na mo hwe ya na no pa nyina ase bara ya mfa mo nsia the next 2 hours we will come back to you na asabeje mo maje nkyere no ebio back obetimi the afa WhatsApp note 0531455105 0531455105 and no ayo voice note or the beba ibejamre na afi yabo e de ama ho nti wo de o kan bia no fafa bra 0531455105 just 3 weeks of today from today na akoto aba ho ye kwa akoto aba na abato no no one person and ye koto man as president 1 MP from your constituency and Ghana have a bianso no one person ejina omodoso titietie ye na enya an informed decision it will make a perfect choice ahead of the 4 years assigned after the elections. The guest that Transiano pay or a lecturer is an international relations man, and of course, US the item is by US Ghana relationship with him. Is a chartered accountant, an economist, and a politician, a national communication team member for the government of the day. Dr. Evans Dia. Yes. Doc, Akwaba.
Oh no, we're cheerful in a
Yamia
Dome. The Yamia.
Yeah. I said, I just because that is where you come from.
Yes, I just Boko. Nansen Kwaye health work. Always seeing in Pong. You call house to house. You call house to house near we so no on sena internally in your faction kakra. Just so. And your former MP before Honorable Dr. John Kuma, Honorable Aduanaba. Inti nyamiadum senior in Kabom hene Dr. Mahmoud Baumia eguso oye no National Reconciliation Team no abojuma
okay
ye local level no so many engineer Dr. Bodu and Sutu Anamon ama after Honorable Aduanaba so G2 mu say only MPP nsanko premium no Emma hona no ye ne omne support sin base ni na so etu anama yakasa ama se omina so abeka jumedie no abeka team no ayi na ye campaign
so now Aduanaba say the say Aduanaba one co independent no you say wanko
onyanko
yes wanko
say wabeka MPP
abeka one mo ye campaign
I say what or ye nyuma what you kwan kakra the free next week on be hun but ne support and base in the omina abeka
ne crop one no mo ye campaign na no abeka mo
say the omina ye ne omahia wo nkronkro no baby bebre nti me ankasa personally yetu anamama omanyom kasa ina giatuma say we've reintegrated them into the system.
Okay. And you say one piece on here.
Oh no hoye pa kwabana hoye pa obojuma.
Okay.
That's right.
3 weeks from today yakotwaba utie course ba ya we TV across the country upper east we from Dodowa we from Greater Accra Western North Western region Asante region utie te course ba ya asa dodo no ano complaining about their pockets ejumani ho ye ho so a sikasam no from Mr. Mahmoud Baumia. A day na or day bass from Kwa, Ebe Boama, a botomuno, any Numa, Mebumu. It seems that we are losing hope in the politicians. No, a bit to restore that.
On so Mike, I did the kind of leadership on partner, sir. Say, Nipano obey responsible and accountable.
Yeah.
And ne ubika se Ghana munya dia sebi ne nipakono on kanakwe. Nyoma mu ayeden. Nemom nyoma mu na ayeden no. Eya ne e wo se ye yemfa to ho yie. Ema nipa ne tinyoma biase. Sesi amene wo kase. Ye dollar eni esidi no. Baby ejina no. So na ntesa. Ye hwe senia oil price tia na ntesa. Ye hwe senia nyoma tia ntesa. Enti se tiefo esu a eni kwa so ubika se den ntina mokasa no. Good leadership chese ubeti omo. Enti omo free na no. Mesro mo ye da omase. Obi ndowa onka ho asem. Enti omo free omo kasa ni na nipa dom omo kasa ya omo express omo frustration na no. E chese nipa no ojide omo. Obi ni jide omo a onye disappointed o. Disappointment because any expectation towards you no e was sure. MPP amanyoko no yesi de ye gitum se nyoma mu ayeden nemmom nyoma mu ayeden no enfri yen Ghana ha ana MPP amanyoko no nko a ewiase nyina emu ayeden me ameno ka say last 3 weeks here me ko Europe free Europe me ko Nigeria ti me twemu Germany France na Holland ansa na bedru Ghana na me twemu ko Abuja. Offer in Soko be near ton €1 and then Ubeton be €2.50.
Okay.
First, Nenka offer US or more mortgage, be 4%, 5%, and a binam 8%. A call London mortgage nam 4-5%, a biko 8, a biko 12. And then a drew maybe crama yet make us say UK a bank crampo air call recession. A drew maybe qua na omusuku semno omodo komo parliament house omukase 5 days no ebo omukadodo yente so mra 3 days adi we adi say no Martin sembi say na Donald Trump nyame adoma wasa baninti yenkofa fine gentleman bin sambra e paucho enidie mo a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, very formidable man, sebio baby nyame hira no kodruye no yemu bi Africa na ye aben ho. But this gentleman, emra na Ghana, ye dollar ye 3 cedis, ye 4 cedis to $1. Me paucho eni die mo a net choko kra ye ntumi provide bi ma free basic education. Ye electricity a na was ye di ye nyuma, e di ye industrialization, e di tu anamono, sebio, ni ntumi njina so ema ye. Sebio di ye ko dum so mu, ema Ghana nyuma mu ye den. Se nipa na ne dollar ye 3 cedis and 4 cedis no. Eni die mo a wentumi impo anye free SHS. Wentumi amaye ambulance dudu ye na ye di amaye. Police for yamomu over 800 vehicles where Toyota cars ye di ma police we. Na hwe over 4,900 motorcycles ye di amaye police we. Na hwe baby na wonam bi a security checkpoint wo ho any number of security personnel say ya form police ya form immigration ya form hanyina and na Ghana kwan na ye be 72,000 na ye nam over 100,000 kilometers hwe nyuma yaye inner roads highways dualization time na ye 3 cedis to $1 teacher training allowance nursing training allowance sebi ye twemu ni COVID-19 na yeni nyoma bebre e wo Ghana problems say Russia Ukraine any de ekoso wo Gaza na bi ntoye on say I will say ye man nyoma ye tin nyoma ase maybe ma global economic factors ama baby ye nam no se bi na ye bre and ukohwe statistics and I'm speaking on live TV it will be able to me afan phone obetumi a check it ko check anything related to iron aluminium adie bia na ye dadie bia no especially canned products offer sardine offer mackerel omoto canned products mu ko as high as 50% 10 na ye de sardine mackerel no omo manufacture globally no all the everyone say me person issue brofo akese bia but omo ye oligopoly na omo manufacture certain na omo de ma omo ye sardines ni macros ni canned milk ni sanimo omo tu mu by almost 50% when you Ghana say mo
me fa ne say enka say milk container can no we are
otokune no
ona woye
saade no globally so by 50%, and these are verifiable facts nipa bitumi a check it. At the same time, yen talking about fruit. Ebi ameke fruit ane brofu ninti no. Eye shipping on says okofa nyoma free abroche eba. Ye di si eposo, ye di si ship so. Near the containers esim. Sa transport na udi free China, udi free Dubai, udi free US, udi free Canada, ode bano. There was an increase in them. Nefes ebi 800, ebi ko 1,500, ebi ko 2,000, ebi 3,000, ko 4,000. Some of them was over 100% increase, 150% increase. We nka Ghana ho asem enye Ghana asem ne yeka no. Because mayema Ghana fontin sembiase. One says so because maye bida na mitumi aya no obusa so oye ne daben. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo 2016, 17, 18, 19. Time and then His Excellency Bijina Ghana for Nima COVID Ekaye no. Why na no hu nanima no mpe nanima hwe? Yura Bijina TV so Ghana for ina ye din na ye de anigye ene osebo abetena ho etire yura because ejuma na obono e won the first 4 years na e bin see Ghana da. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa boy Juma the first 4 years and now no din a Juma din net din na obetumi aka fa no bibia da na kwemu akwan ya ye suku ye industrialization one district one factory ye near the assembling plants e baha ene Peugeot ye assemble ha Kia ye assemble ha ye the industrialization and Oko Western region at Triford hon ye juice ye tiro ha ye tissue ha ye manufacturers ha ye manufacture roofing sheet wa ye wa in the first 4 years na ye krabehwe MPP amanyaku and down sorry that say e debi beba Ghana fo nyina betumi aka say mitikumasi na mintumi nkonkran say Ghana ha ne se ne ye pay maslachi ni ya sorry mintumi nkwa sorry say Ghana fo ne se ne kumasi say ye pay ye mintumi nkwa ye COVID-19 ba ye ma ye nyina ye tena fie ye tena dem Ejuma ahote ye planes ne ntu ne train nko ne car nko obi nko no obi aba na enne mete aha ewa adum ana miti na mehwe de ekoso eduma ye kacho in a day sika e flow wa adum ni kejitia na okoka se adum ni kejitia for mo ma aduma na se nipa ntena fie no mo ama unu meka nipa ebo enso samri na ne eboke ni ye light gina so samri ya ne eboke ye ntwa free SHS mu Samri ya ni eboke yanka se nurses ni teacher training allowance ni na ye ntwam eno obi ka se bia obi sika delay ye die ye ka no kre ye meka se delay ye se o sika delay for nurse ni teacher training allowance for 1 month ni 2 months eni die mu ye pamocho enye boapaye amamu no etode bia etosa na emom die obi delay 1 month obi delay 2 months na obi tua wa arrears of 3 months ni amount eni die wetwam kwata kra bi ni ho no why na obeto ama no and na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia say yeah an upgrade of the system Mr. Mo any demo send ye din fatu hu etutu ama Donald Trump any Joe Biden no Mike Mr. akatre tifo say ye mfa nyoma bi enti nyoma bi ase die dikan Donald Trump dintia Donald Trump US for epamo ne say na obon ho modern pa ene Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo around the same time ina no mo bom ho modern abromu ina bom ho modern na COVID-19 see yewura Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo de COVID-19 no o manage ni ye ema wiase amano ni na ye bo na abaso na ye bo ni ntino Ghana force amano another 4 years but Donald Trump de wa manage ni ye ne kasa ne nyoma bi ema sebi US for bufuye ano mo pamo no ni Joe Biden buy but Joe Biden buy brofo kasa mi free bi post COVID-19 implications ne nyoma bi esisi ya bobo kebi nipa free mu mesro ani die mu na nsen die ntia na UK ban Canada mo ma Ghana fo ne abo nipa wu bebre ensem to ye hwede die tu ya ye man penny JJ Rollins nipa film nipa titiri film ni omato ye sika ehye ye enti ebasa no na US of aid almighty US sebio no mo economy na brofocus ye fe buoyant economy no na afede ni omamu ayeden and the US for the enibre ene yaw ana kache Joe Biden say die yehu wo Donald Trump mreso no sebio oba ye ni yehu ni sa Joe Biden the osafa ye no eye se obeji akonwa no abra ne sebio COVID-19 aba enti ma Joe Biden amamu no economically no emu ye den ema US mu ye den. Now His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo papa we I salute him. Oye nipa okase obeye ade a nesa ade no ogidi se ya de pa okoso ba fom obeye abra Ghana ball car nyoma mu ye den ma ye no sebio ma menche odi ntia ye call IMF ye onyoma bia ho ya nto ye bo ancheche ya manyusemu a sebi ye be ma nkofo ahu ayi powder na bibia egu ye ni so kwa ma menka no kra omuncho mia menua a me sebio nyame fa ne kra ensiye Dr. John Apontwe Kuma Ojina Parliament House ka say MPP will never go to the IMF. Didn't your kasa no? Nen kwemu no ye de noma atutuye. Me catch say Honorable Ken Oforiatta and the economic management team nyomom di tutu akwemu no. Sen kenye COVID-19 ne bebo mu man nyomom ye dia ken ne Ghana e krabehe. Eba se COVID-19 bebo mu no sebi ema Ghana ye kobo besia more because ese ye nyuma ema ye taxes revenue se bem income na bem na so ye den eteye productivity ekofom eba sa na sebi amanyo sem no ema ye nyoma kofom. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo say se ma shebo se me ye free SHS there eye den ya me man kwada we entena fie se ma shebo se national health insurance no ye ma capitation bi as some fine gentleman bi di beto Asante region ni nkofo bi so ye me bi nsi o kai capitation si wa Asante region se me free Ashanti region. Ne mikuta national health insurance card. Ne sebio me kotamale. Ne bibi koto me watamale. Ana me konkran. Ne bibi koto me nkran. Jise me sa faka na maba mechi wukumase ansa na metumi abesa me ho yare. Because capitation chese me ntumi mfa me card ne nsa me ho yare won kan ana ba bi fofo. Nemum ene His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo by for the past 6 months dialysis na ye ka ho asema na sebia manfo hu de anya demonstration kwa by no His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumi under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ya piloted for 6 months nipa bebre kwanim omom ye above 60 na ye mani ye free ye de beka national health insurance so abra ye piloting omom ye above 60 ni omom ye below 18 na ye hu se afa na yisika se betumi amana koyi e free December yes, Ghana for na dialysis the national health insurance. Now, oh, pennyful we are omutia sema when beam now peno. Na meti kumasia. Meti se fine gentleman be buyer or nam course yen tubia. Sebio ye kasakra na or se akokosa chako makra and yenefe. Yen dear ye se Ghana for kasino. Ye tie yes ye enquire mef. Nemum abra COVID-19 hiti and yomu ye deno. Ye ma ye who se sebio. Baby edruno. I'll see a bobbisia. Near to me ema ya manu semno econonym. A hona MPP amanyo ku ebren ho ase bofokasem we ate a humble pie and ye ka say senior beya ya manyo sem no ebegina baby ejina no na foundation na His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo all set the ama Dr. Mahmoud Baumi no enye sheki no enu nti ne beyesa enu ano bi ka say ai ana edi nti na MPP amanyo ku no ya nkasa ye campaign against ye humeti so because ana e-levy na denden me paucho eni di mu a. There are times that call for certain actions. Ye were maybe on my bema or so ye DB. E-levy, ye catch a Ghana for say, ye no for a temporary solution because no more ye don't see mobilizing revenue. And he said, Dr. Mahmoud Baumi no kase e-levy no, it drew 2025 a metrema. Ye insisa ya no. E-levy no was a temporary action I was taking. It me mobilize enough because ye ankasa ni person ye cashless system. Nemum nan baby e sika semo kono. Now see ye sika free baby but ye the permanent solutions ever. It is that temporary solution it's e-levy ye betrem.
The target you set for yourself as a party and a government on the e-levy. What do you mean to that?
Unfortunately, Saturday on said the e-levy came with a lot of resistance. resistance bem ne say sebi meti hoi se me nya me 2 cedis na me de mo bi 2 cedis na free na o ka se obetimi a obi enu ebe ne fe enti yamfan say inherently no that target near setting no yentumi enya but eba beboa ma yetumi achieve certain targets and into na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia say that strategy near see pese ye no enu nti ne ye ka digitalization agenda no and obi tibe no ka say digitalization say we free economy na say na it's not true.
Is it not true?
No, it is not. And yet true back.
And yet true say but we economy no home commodity now say we call the guitar no yeah Ghana some come to Ghana for there. Ghanaians are suffering. Ghanaians are complaining. Say, you just get to school fees. And you talk about maybe 1 million people. What call the guitar? But now they are not more US. What's okay there?
Wait there, say Mike. What can come a master look say easy kwa? Se na ye wo hoi. Aye adwuma. Ye na ye adwuma. So bi catch say ye ma memnom. Sebi nka WhatsApp kwa nkombe hunu isu anka minjindi. Ma bre wa se ono ebe send me audio WhatsApp note ka minjindi. Ene me no kasa. Ebi hwe wo TV so, ebi hwe wo abefu intintan so, ebi tie radio so. Ene die na ye anye digital.
Nti hodada.
E wo hodada.
So what is it coming?
No, the digital na wo ho no. And non say we've maximized it, but for us we free be digitization and a digitalization. And yepe digitization say ye free analog akọ digital world no and ye digitization. Digitalization say ye free analog mobile digital space no, is not enough. How we make good use within the digital space no and no na ye bo hu de ro nti de ye ka no enye digitization nkwa o eye digitalization, which simply means say uti hoi o say Mike enam so ye popular nti no obi bo odin a obi be hu na menua alidu eni ko mensa obi anim no ono so ko bank se okopesika hwan mpo ne begina ho ama no eni nti na bank say so ohia bosia fa ofie ebesi awoa but abrotre obi nkoje bosia ma ye mane mfa ne fie ensi awoa because say omo system no omo system ni na we say everybody is traceable. Me pe wo say Mike I will say me hu, me pe alidu I will say me hu no, me pe comments I will say me hu no, but na Ghana ha say no so bi ye wade na open na ko hu no he enti digitalization agenda na ye kan die di kan ye Ghana card ne ma Ghana ni ye Ghana ni Ghana card ne ma me Evans Dua enti me unique identifier no say ye we Evans Dua mako 20 wo Ghana ha me unique identifier nintino ebema me Evans Gian me stand out enunti ye geo biometric ye geo fingerprint you try a picture ye osanyo no enti si nya yesa digitalization de Ghana card ye na the first and foremost ye ko hu nipa no wan enti ye free bibi digital address system say Mike ene me first time me ba mu studio sir one kan che me say uduru abusa sumesi ana abusa obente die na ye eno also send me digital address o send me digital address here ana me de to me phone so ana me yi to me car ni mu ana a driver me ana me be see here ana me se ma park ho ana me buy one man kasa woni men din komo membu se obi ana Ezra wo he na fa membu se obi digital address system na working into o ma me sa address na GPS address na nam de bedru ha tie pese ye kan se nipa no o unique identifier Ghana card baby o ti ni location yetumi link no ne passport ya link no ne birth certificate ya link no ne fie asset o ya link no ne bibia ya link no onto this Ghana card ne bibia was wa say nipa no open na ubehu no enti ebasa na ne yesa the credit score so abeka ho credit score no simply means say uwo hoi ye pese ye chese uyu obi a ye bo wo bosia sebio ubetua sa bosia no enti die na beye ene obi a watina broche me nyamiadom metutu kwan me nko abroche nko countries kwa metutu over 15 countries atina countries be brain so me kakasa hodio be brain ka French ka English to Spanish to Arabic. The most important thing is abroche tina eni na ma abroche tina ni na ye de ne credit system omu creative bi abrofo kase me friend the trust economy is American ni nim se obo wo bosia enne and nam say wo high risk say when tua na untumi mbo besia biem say abosia na obebon ekwan bia so befa so ide etua because when tua be downgrade you upebusim bi ma unya the credit score near debano ye na ye di no kra no ye credit score be wo so enti die na besi me nkotem sika pudo enkoto iPhone bim eno anse MTN for because oh Dr. Gia de ni sika sem any senior gene salary ye the phone be man ne phone ye de ama me for 5 years me tua kra no mente busumi ya me tua 50 Ghana cedis pe na iPhone 16 latest one mensaka se car na me pa ye di Peugeot force oh and a Mercedes force oh Dr. Patobra Sanyuma we na ebi wo ho no me patcho de keke nyina nye se ye ni car loans ho anase ye ni ebi these gadget loans ho nemum Sanyuma no akoye a light ne nkwankofu kakra bi nkwa na benefit ene mortgage wo Ghana dada ene we wo Ghana dada but Ghana no system na akoye se omu wo sika na no mu koso nye sika omu wo de no na koso enya de Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia si mi bebiem ama Ghana ni bia de fe de de ye bia wonso no mecha ma so. That is what we are trying to do. And eventually, no, the digital thing that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no, or yet digitalization might eventually about a finance sector. Into banking, no, BBFN over collateralization, and now kwako loan or banker. You bedi come out the statement aba. We are mama do financial saba. Odo cash flow projections beba obekwa for o stocks levels and so aba we are the guarantor ebesa account we are do fee lease was obesa account o say nneoma we na bekwa perfective mortgage o say nneoma we be mo assign documents and pages be 30 bebre di nti na paper and same way na because say bi nipa na oji loan ye engine ndi na ye gini di mpa system ni nti no I say ye man sinsan nneoma we na no anya ye tumi agi sika ba but ye ma trust economy ni ye adwuma the number of people are omo gi sika omo betua no ebekosro because unim se betumi prosecute you unim se hwehwe ebenyam ne tosumie no Ghana di nti aye bre ne say ye more informal sector esne formal sector brofo kasem no formal sector ka meka ne say omo a
ona wa ya aban adwuma no
omo ye aban adwuma
ene ona wa ya
ankrakra adwuma omo na informal sector no aye sebi mami oton kokko ewo nchen ototon abodua no sankofuku we mu ina ne sebio taxes omo ntwe bi ya ye jibosumi aketua ya ye bi ya ye shop ye manufacturing firm ye wholesale retail no aye shop ho ye na GR4 e buy ho ana ma be taxi ana nkitinkiti fo no ye taxi mo enti de ye kan say capital for ni mason for ni sanyo manina ye taxi mo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say ombe hunahuna obia de o ye ne say tax ndi di kan ye beti taxes so di enti ne ye beti taxes so on say life no in economics ye free bibi quantity say me per 1 million Ghana cedis a metumi aye adwuma ba kwanya 1 million meto fie ba kwanya 1 million ana say meton eraser 1 cedi mako 1 million ni menya 1 million the case ne say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ba obeka say kitwe bie nso de oton kokko ne nkate ye metine tax bebre 10 cedis bi ani amanatua but say 10 cedis ni yenya ne so mako 1 million 10 million Ghana cedis Asante region be solve problem bebre yenya omo a sebio omo so ye carpenter djuma otua 20 cedis 50 cedis bosumi as taxa enya de na djuma no sebi ebeka no nemum ni electricity ebesi so the street lights bekoso ni road no ye beye the mabeko free SHS you say yesa increase ya tertiary level yesi koko pharmacy nyina ama ye be mo so free scholarship omo so omuntue school fees omo de beko omo ye physically challenging so omo so ye be so omo so amomo so miako sanyoma wina ni ebeche ama so ankwankwankwa nyina so enti sa digitalization on brofo kasemi no it is not an end in itself it is a means to an end. The Echene say, I was say you have sometimes you have to do what you have to do in order to do what you want to do. Enti digitalization untumi nyifeo eninti na yewura mampanyi His Excellency John Ajekum Kufuor koma interview nansen oka say dinti yento abama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne say the new technologies need trend na ekoso na ema manusem konanim no ono na candidates e benyina ote ase wo hunu mu but focus me ka say oye forward thinking okasa osi obema 1 million young people esua digitalization internet technology no matter how no man yejuma remotely Sadiwi eya dia Pakistan, India, Israel, Omaye dada. On said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enka said the oye no ebi mada. Or said the dim puntu ni edi eni daso eni nkranche bebre ye mabunu no eno deba.
Right. That's all on. I was here Ezra TV, Ezra Radio. Exactly 8 a.m. on the 16th of November 2024. We Ghana to say 3 weeks from now. Na Yakotwaba. Na mene Dr. Evans Dia is an economist, chartered accountant, and a member of the national communication team for the NPP. And I know a Dean Komo and Anopay explaining to us the Abbey Aye and the Oba Obaye. But I feel I'm a Sweba Kakra. Kind of Obeka say, no, Dr. Mia had the opportunity from opposition 8 years, in government 8 years. I don't know why implementing all these things. And as I was here, and I Abaya man, a choir man, because when it was unfortunate and to us. I don't know when you win.
Sir Mike, Miss Show, ye na ya food. Oko ne by a full forest, kutu esi honu. Nesse sa forest no oka se me be dua mebro puntumi dua bro no se bi o so twetwe ndua no o so odo o se na form no ye ho adwuma o wi ansa no wa dua ebro no ene baby e pese de Ghana ko no die di kan a ehu hia ene se ye bema ye mabunu no enya bibi e fe no employable skills ene se ye be traini omo o pese wa manyosem ekọ anima sebi ye kase ene yem pese ya manyosem no ebe ya manyosem a sebi obi di t-shirt keke no de akoju obi vote ana gari no de akoju obi vote enunti na yetina radio so tina tv so echeche nyom ma yetiase His Excellency Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo nisu adihuna na owo no ne sei netie o say Ghana mabuno no ni o free basic education dada. Name free basic education no na ekopim junior high school. Enti na ye pese ye mabuno no senior high school no ebem. Se ne ebeya se o pese ubie manufacturing firm. Na obi akọ free SHS na otumi sua de otumi enima kenkan etumi tie MOE of course mo ye obi a obetumi I training na then say nipa no obetumi amana ko mane machine na obetumi akọ yes adwuma no enti na o say free SHS no sebio ye ma free SHS no ekoma esu obi ya so de etosumi no ye free bibi technical and vocational education training TVET na I was say yes TVET no ema TVET no eye bibia esebi skills beba intiketi ya ni amanabem ene ye wa Kentapia Menkan University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development ene oko Amstead sia di obesua bia na entrepreneurship eka ho ene ye sisi NEIP Adaroma why Adaroma inyuma bebre na senhwede ye ma kaya yie no di ntia His Excellency Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo free SHS na hu hia na yese na o set foundation na ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and NPP for see ye be upgrade. Now Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for the first 8 years an NPP war position what they did was to be able to analyze and be able to diagnose. It is said the hospital Ghana ye problem no. Ye hu say ye problem di dikan ye addition and na me no tiri. Wouldn't say ye na Ghana for. But sebi ye wo ye nkrofo bi o mo kan ye ho a. Ensem bi onu ma obi ka asem kakra bi a na asesa no. Ene hwede 2 year mpo sebi etu ye 2020 elections na MPP amanyoku ye fight galamsey ye gigi amanfo excavator na ye boye nso ho ba na ye yi na ye kwa na obi si yechi ka kire say ye ba beto excavator mama ye ba mama ye say ene every mining sector bi e wo bia no sebi enam de ye nkrofo bi kokeka kire omunti no ma ye lusu sa election enu nti na His Excellency who say ye ma ye nimdie no ene ye nkrofo ye Ghana fo nimdie ne kosra oni omo kasa ombeti asenti Dr. Mahmoud Baumia wanye obi a first 8 years no enti ye di nhihye tu the next 8 years no the next 8 years na ye his excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo amanyoku no his excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo na nisu ade hu no ana Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ebe supporte no me patro yenti ni adia person so be a good leader busa ho say a good follower a good follower you be a one ni panyi emboti pen enti Dr. Mahmoud Baumia emma yenyina yehu ye ennioma pa opese odeboa Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo his excellency nemum Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo no no so wona nisuade hu na esombo a na ye foundation setting for Dr. Mahmoud Baumia e de na ne waye ya kwan no ye electricity na ye biggest problem na ye ntumi solve na ye financially driven no electricity problem ene ye tumi asolve ya sebio ye dum ye siesi ba dum so de for the past 8 years ye hu bi da ya kwan a ye railways a ye ba ye ina port ye pese de ba branko ye nkakranka ye guso ye nyoma ewo ha hospital agenda 111 ene ye di 4 kwa be kama agenda 117 at the end of the nyuma pa ambulances ewo fire service for nina ye koye nima ye den kakra Dr. Mahmoud Baumia 8 years with his excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo patro mebusa o se Mike Asembako na mebusa tiefo ye fine gentleman na mebuni pa his excellency John Dramani Mahama sa papai no ye vice president Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ene ono so ye vice president yemfa presidential seat nimpon tun chen kakra and his excellency John Dramani Mahama and his excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and then make policies and make policies maku 30 his excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia as vice president what champion yes name Dr. His excellency John Dramani Mahama or your vice president no the patro policy baku bempo ano debai policy baku bempo no debai Vice President Ben Yenyan wa Ghana ha Ghanaians expectation was true it said Dr. Mahmoud Baumia because he named the obituary and
I Ezra TV Ezra Radio Dr. Ivanzia and AD Komo is a member of the NPP, a chartered accountant and economist. Now few messages among for the where's it Sabai now what was it Sabai Busa Dr. Mama say some meeting will target there on E-Levy. I don't know which one. That is, we will say, Nana Wemunina, when he no mama church, he speaks very well and have educated me this morning. Pa, yeah, I say, Ejenim, and so I was Techiman. Was it, Sir Mike? In fact, Papa Nakasapa, Abotra, or dear Casano, catch the MPP communicators, and Domunian, Sababwa, Ama, a month for Timere is convinced. Oh, I see. I didn't. Your wife is convinced this morning. Oh, okay. We don't say, Joso is proud of you. Okay. No, just by the way. We say, Sir Mike. In fact, digitalization, and what can I say? Man, on Saturday, Obi, you are the first. Was it? Or he is the first person to explain the digital in 3 contests. In fact, this man is supreme.
But your word digitization. Your word digitalization. Digitization first. No be digitalization. Into the digitalization. Because digitization is a free analog about digital space. And the nipa be dada. But digitalization, I say we making the optimum use in the digital space. And now you go okay.
Just 2 minutes to wrap up with you. And so when we sit behind the console, a lot of the youth calls. Kofi Asante, Sir Mike, in fact, in your Jumania and your man Koye. See, you saw 1 million, no? What they buy Mama Mabunanya Jumaya no free more. What is it again? Because now the Tessa more count for that agenda 111. You buy a baby Sibia can and now like digital. What is it for the youth or more Ghana? if in an unfortunate or fortunate event, say, Akotonaba my MPP win, what is it? 2 minutes now for your wrap up.
MPP amanyo ko from Mebuna wa Ghana hanu. Epacho. Party ni idea. I'm tia me can't make ho. And party no washa ye kikako baby we want the youth to be at the table. Into first and foremost no yem be train na penimfo no kwa na afa adwuamaye Dr. Mahmoud Baumia or the youth na be running ekoi na the penimfo no aye advisory any board na ye youth na ye mabnu na ye ho den no ye ne be ma ye kroyi akonanim de etosumienu no education na ye no ye di kan catch Ghana for and we dey make na so be serious o na okokotoka ana obekọ na hwa ye Ghana food dwane na Ghana ye den am se nipa nte sa asem na se me patcho Ghana for free Ghana no is a very good thing for us me kan wa na me say kan bi ye Ghana no ye build Ghana na ye be export ye human capital to say the export gold sadie na Cuba ye omu training omu doctors training omu here to the extent that they started exporting omu kasa human capital ene Tyrone Maguire young guy ane oye Rasta ya na asem by wa Chimota no biaka or University of Pennsylvania e wo US ene ubu say US of 8 ene omu education US ya Ghana for eku US eku sunya de no omu twade kon abro so pa the year can say ye the artificial intelligence robotics STEM education ye the everything related to the new age economy digital economy ye de baha ye mabu no mo pese mo start omu nyuma patcho ye be a friend SME bank Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ba ye ma menu mo bo omu dijuma ye de dwetire nso be ma ye mabu no mo ye from founders or mo ye omu businesses or mo starting no ana ye say no ye sade Dr. Mahmoud Baumia say 3% of the government budget no ye de be ma businessmen enti me pacho enuma bebre na aban guso ye no ye be jai say enuma na ma private sector mama ye remfi say MPP amanyoko no is a capitalist party. It is a capitalist party no de ye can say ye di sika abandi ye adwuma no ye de be ma private sector me pacho ye businessman na se opese wo adwuma koso a me catch say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia say ye be ye ma loans any sika was ye de ye adwuma no obi ansa ka bi e mabnu school sem no ye be mam ama ye be ye nyoma bebre so on merit scholarship schemes ye de ye money bi betu kwan kwa brocha mo makosua te say abrofo no nsa abaha ye be ye nyoma bebre ye wie so e be training over 1 million youth in digital space na benya adwuma ye obabia.
Thank you so much Dr. Evans Dia. My name is Oche Obia.
Me pacho me chia ye mampani ene ye vice president. Me papa.
Okure ba sent no nte said ye enka na tie.
Oh no, sent ne die. Sent in the Dr. Mahmoud Baumia sent no na jibebia.
Okrom 3 weeks.
Me say
ne third week no wura me.
Na third week me kwa ye ma hwe. Nipa na de si waso ase kwa wahu manaf jo ye waso ase yeyem kwahye yamfa external person bi
na ayi be kan say abas no di e kan say mo ma 50 Ghana 100 Ghana 200 Ghana na mo dey accept party bi anso ni wa o te aso ase na wo ti jakobu na what say e che 50 Ghana 100 Ghana ni t-shirt o ma megene de
na senior out say Mike na say ye co float na ye de a t-shirt abro say she t-shirt ne kwa no na 100 Ghana the one na cheche 100 Ghana obi be ka say cheche 100 me pacho on a bia okohu say executives no mo change so ni bi no kohu dia but t-shirt dey mai
yes
that's me pacho me chia me boss Kwabena Japan and Dr. Nsiasari me chia his excellency Napon so ne chia ma wontu me chia mpanifo na medamas Dr.
Evans Dia era yenano Edin Komo is an economist, chartered accountant, member of the National Communication Team of the NPP, and of course when it comes to international issues alopay wama yehunu said I might be a yomodie and baby ye pese ye so epokodru alopay wadwen kire 0531 0531 455 105 0531 455 105 ode beba ne nyamre akenkan enso ede amawo asana ode voice note no ba ebebo enso ede amawo wa momfa we na afi Michael Isamos is a senior member of the party, regional communication team member, and of course Mike SIA secretary Edema Adofo any animal or more in Shiaso constituency in the Asante region of Ghana for the NPP. Doctor, when I say, and also Asante and Pay, the medium red 9 Edin Komo, and then we have the Accents People's Party. Accent People's Party. Opening Nana Kenneth Asamoah. And so Atnase. Ma Boss.
Senior.
Akwa.
Bejusu.
Name to say.
Nyame adom boko.
Ibi ekoso kama.
Nyame adom mumpa ebo no mumwanti. Ibi ekoso kama.
Yeah, there are the asipa.
Sure.
Is also to say.
Oh, Inshayeso eye kama. Nyame adom led by an affable member of parliament. This is one also the parliamentary candidate for Inshayeso. Honorable Dr. Stephen Amwa. On one side double as Deputy Minister of Finance. Inshayeso eye boko.
The last time I checked for Inshayeso. Now, someone your campaign, and people beating me reducing numbers in terms of votes compared to 2020. The last time I checked, the last time I researched, and now in Shiaso, man, here, but you have been an affable and hardworking secretary just some months ago, and the chairman Freeman. But in Shiaso, the MP, the relation, the MP touching the grounds. The last time I checked, I hear I'm vote for Shiaso. Is it?
Unim. So we are catching say Honorable Dr. Stephen Amwa on Tachibesa. Ebiana ni pakra on the constituency. My dijuma as elections and research officer. Before I was electoral area coordinator, acting electoral area coordinator, and I'm a elections and research officer for 8 years. And I'm the constituency as a constituency secretary. In all these, I've worked under 3 members of parliament: Dr. Richard Anane, Honorable Kennedy Kwesi Kankam, and Honorable Dr. Stephen Amwa.
Ezra 94.1FM.
For the first time in the history of Inshayeso, you see a parliamentary candidate appreciating more in votes than the presidential candidate. It's never happened in Inshayeso. But this happened under Honorable Dr. Stephen Amwa.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, sir. For the last time, not
in the 2020 elections.
But going into this election,
me share Honorable Dr. Stephen Amwa the input say be raising the image of Inshayeso. I will say it is unparalleled. Unparalleled in the sense say me name say ufa a year state experimental ufa rich condos anymore through his own initiative. Oh, sa school die fefe fabro sambia yes ediesi anymore. Who read the kujum inside the home. Behind the kujum is a very nice chip compounder. In fact, it qualifies to be a mini not hospital clinic. What you say? And Oko Quadaso Estate, to be precise, we alignment extra hormone. Who share AstroTurf Sayan or man we say more. In share so dear under Honorable Dr. Stephen Amwa stands out. Oko Atasomanso School Parker. Another AstroTurf is ongoing, around 60-65% completed. He also has a policy or the say all the basic schools are in Shayeso. Because of saying miscreant be rural mono school mu na nkrofo din sem wa factory say basic school be a in Shayeso be an or top wall the afa ho And recently, he has completed Santase MA Basic School. We got a philanthropist, also Ebeye at Fanchina Bradie, Edemae. So 2 is already down. See, at Tasumanso, dear, he's raised the facility through his own effort. Oye at Tasumanso, dear. Dabai, dear, Yaya Kakra, and also Eguso. We call Sokobaya. Sokobaya also has similar issue. And also Ekahon, we call Adiabeba Basic School. So for me, and I'm telling you, Minka, Stika is the most visible member of parliament that Inshaso has ever.
So listen, will you be surprised, say, Abia, after the next 3 weeks elections, voter Stika Epuli, and I say NPP Puli or Inshaso ever formed?
Unim, I will not sound. Pardon me, I don't want to sound arrogant, but relationship as Teka Ewon from I see our vote even appreciating further than what we were able to do. 2020. You see, people last time I had an issue. Obi Sunday message before Accra Bremi say member of parliament see you know anyway. But I have sorry say you. The last time I checked, now within the Inshaso enclave, we the Orthodox and the one-man churches in here, we are around close to 560 churches. You see, but I can tell you, say, Obi and Tubin Kanchem no, our Presby Church within Inshaso that. Obi and Tumin Kasu no Methodist, Obi and Tumin and Kasawa no Kale.
Notable ones.
You see, good. And most often, it drew baby when there is a program be or ma oko meaning say cement or the cement kokoma church be I think Patase 100 bags, and he's been doing it. Oko Santase market. Unfortunately, they were moved from the old market to Sa community center now. You see, you know. The women there no more complaining say because baby a abana enye well fenced, you know. Yeah, na omo no mano kwankra bewiwia. He gave them 15,000 Ghana cedis to be shared among omo ye exposed, you know. So kwam befa from the bubble omo aye. Similar thing happened at Tasumaso market, almost no main gate back on, and also Ebu. And it is something that he keeps on doing. He does it every day. So for me, as a man, I make no. I'm sending him a message. Say, "UMP, I see you, no." And Nipano. Fortunately, they put me on the line on a conference call. So I come over, we say that person or other side in the Minka. But this conversation was involved me and offer. Honorable Dr. Insiasar. He was so concerned. Na me catch him something Nipakrono trop use. Nipakrono ote Malcolm.
Okay.
Santaso about Malcolm ote chire. So I further asked, say, so who sorry he? Or sorry we do. Not sorry we do moon.
How's it to be?
Good. What sorry we do? We are Juma or Hina. We are Juma Ghana Health Service. A juso. Who sorry anopa. A drive through traffic a juso. 0.5 or before. So once the car is on the ground, how do you see?
But at least among people,
telling
will be telling him.
You know
me how I say, where meti squad.
Good.
Yes, I'm almost house to house, door to door. Consistently, me do for me busa. NDC abaha, NPP abaha, Musubi amaha.
Good.
Me area me busa mama, ben next best 3-4 houses. Obi muraho. So my part cannot tell me say
this is
in my area.
Unfortunately, almost there. When you have a constituency, in the landscape, you're very large.
Yeah.
Definitely, will be on tip baby, a becker say. But what we are doing is that when the member of parliament is not around, the constituency executives are there. Constituency, we also have electoral area coordinators. Now, I have a problem. Women say people will always want to see the face of the member of parliament. So, say executives no call. But mostly, na almost so semunu bi aye jide ko MP ho no. Omo ka kire o na ye de ko. or complaining at so also of an idea and who said on to Abama. Name of Drew baby so or can I want to Abama and it's a concern that we share. But Mestre a tearful say our members of parliament. We have several units of agencies a schools wo secondary schools wo taxi stations wo baby ankrofo ebotire wo baby ankrofo pamade wo obekọ baby artisans fitafo wo ha schools wo so ehemfo wo ha so why here what count you get thousands and millions units to me. So for me, largely, and I can tell you under my watch, I have the data here. Yeah. Within the last 3 years, Sticker has given over 300 students scholarship.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yes.
That's good.
Oh, yes.
He was a good friend, though, but we knew
no, you see, our biggest issue.
No, that is how I see politics. There has been a lot of people that we are moving.
Yanti went free months. Who said yet politicians? Who the Yanti went free? You helped him. You helped him and sent him to Accra. Time and now, not from Monday to Saturday. Ononete asokwa. But by your own action, why ye about there 4 or 5 days out of 7 days now no edition. So I'm fan cry. One I didn't call you. Wouldn't call you, and a wow person will MP Muyedu. And I will ya buy money munyam. And a ya no minister. And you are you. And you have a good and for me, yeah, you see, I have a very serious bond with Sticker, right? Sometimes, yeah, I feel for him because you do all this at the expense of your health. Me a true champion, I may jamming quite you be a contract. Me to make what that. What you say? Last minute, yeah, call house to house, what dear Baba. Ye Jina Honmus at that time say last IMF review. Now it was so. You try idea Baba house to house. Now or drive around 7:30, driving to Accra because they needed him the next morning. Inti, Mestre say, a Jumana Diashe or Monsano. Yeah, a bad boy a pan say, oh, a Jumana me new relationship and I me know why young kofana wo no me twem se je na fa konkran no adwuma no wo ye no se de me se suma se kokoye no ana se ebe mfie na ya me do ko yi me nti se wanumpo wa bia bi wo parliament ho da na mpo se what is policies bi and our policy initiative bi a bad discourse and discussions are ye hu se wo ka bi. So we share your concerns, but also mama Montiasia my say Jumana Yasana.
Okay. His name is Michael Isamios. Is in Shiaso NPP constituency secretary and Asante regional communications team member. And I pay 0531455105 0531455105. Ezra 94.1 FM and of course Ezra TV. I just said, bra. Now, over Johnny Facebook. It's until over Brahama Mena, lawyer Metranisi. And I can open his house. And I lawyer Sylvie. Aye. Now, Ken, what are Roma? He says, what conditions be?
I'm a 12 hour on Kawi, Achuma
South.
Achuma will be just south, yeah.
Let's look at this. You are MP. You're the MP for Uncle. You are just in the next 7 minutes, no. You are MP. How do you feel him? No. Aside of what about no. Minister what say? Mensia South. Ashtown. Why Mensia South? Until you are now no. What about what dear? Me talk about you so. Ba metia squat. It is different between me and Twaba. Any baby so meti. Baby, I would say, MP, how long? And I will know. What's in the car?
Only a match out.
Good.
Match out with TF4. Match out Minianum.
Yes.
MP for us, I'm the young I'm in person. I can be because the fact of the matter is Omumbe people, so no, as soon as I know my back, actually, ɛna ɔmonya nso a ɛso sɛ ne ɔmbɛka akyerɛ yɛn nea mpanimfoɔ ka sɛ deɛ ɛkɔ mu no maa ne mame asɛm a wobɛpa power no ka kyerɛ me no I'm expecting you to do that period. I don't care sɛ wobɛkɔ nkran akɔtena hɔ 30 years. I don't care sɛ mede adwuma ahyɛ nsa sɛ kɔdi nkran. No, at the time a wopɛ power na wowurɛwurɛ fie na wopɛ papepa akyɛw no wanka nkyerɛ me sɛ wobɛgya me hɔ akɔtena nkran akɔyɛ sɛ adwuma no. And for me, MPs for no deɛ especially Nkawie, Ashtown Napo. Napo has been very disappointing to me to the extent they say I was expecting Napo to do more, especially Yeshe Kumasi Enclave Noir on say acquire someone shed yet not about those are almost rural areas now they are fighting for a quano. We share most of the street in Ashtown or a street dada. So there is not much, but there are expectation of 1, 2, 3 touches beer we need it over there that has been ignored. Especially Napo Krofro Market, which was one of the expectation of the people of that enclave, Nise and Kanapo, for the past 12 years. Ya wabasa mpeswa ni sononko bitimi aboa masa market nonka yetimi affix. Said the beya ye ma many papa no more that enclave so will make very use of it. And as at now, Mino can say that market is still standing there. Nothing has been done to it. And for me, that is very disappointing. And career, a honso ye mempeso as MP no crade, or more dinti MPP for na pamono. So yampe ubi because you be there, dear winnie who to hono crade ya pamono to honor, as I say, the new candidate in about this time. So this show you clearly say, oh, wa mohu anunti ya pamono manefrio. So for me, this MP matters and those kind of things, you know. Very annoying, but toko ka akoye boachi bidin omo bema we excuses upon excuses and someone answers omo ka kire yen o be pe abane dia de bia wonu ne didi bom wonu ne neni wonu ne ye bibia bom wonu ne siniema bom ba wonyanya ade ni wi a ne fie kura no be kono no akotam obi abegina gate ano o wo fie so bo gate nim yes masha no dey na masansu hye fie no wo twati. So I say, so it has been their character say, ye party and dia young kotokoto. Oh, recently what is going over who MP no cinema now MP now fufu na ebinimo yanya maybe I like woman feel cry or money because of what? Because they need your vote. After they got your vote, would they come and do such thing again? You who him. So sana da semne atrosem no eno na abesi wo no mo a ene wodura bema ontimi nye the will of the people na fa akoye se emanfo no so da bia no MP hono MP nye ni say yes it's true say adwuma beda mo so de but the fact of the matter is say enkrofo na one person aso no ma wo be ma wo ye MP and not NDC or MPP so I say ba ye ne say obegina wo MPP into oba esa we the will of MPP na mpeso asofo na ye man power no no agya yesi ho ana we NDC so I have to do the will of NDC na mpeso asofo no ye jomom so ko ba bi to say American ma even when it come in terms of voting abani di bibia ba o moto abana kura no o mutimi ba mpeso ane so ebebisa mpeso ane so for say ade we na abani di aba what are your concerns by had the hope ye mu ye class ye nipa Yembuye once any political party in this side and abano. That's it. That is what he goes for it. So me, these MP situations and stuff like that, you know, very annoying to me. Say, omuhia power. They are power eagers. When they got the power, that's it. They have no business doing with you. And when it is time for them to grab the power, they will come and beg. So we are just looking at them. 2024 is just around the corner. We have seen what they are doing. People who are begging. People who are washing people's clothing. We have seen them. Let us give them the power and see, say, so it is very annoying for me. It is very annoying to me. So I say, oh, power now, babe, dada, me. Nada. Now, all who say, well, yeah, MP, and Wababe, yes, I didn't be.
Oh, but say, what is like a Kenya? The development that has gone on for these 3 years, 300 Ghanaian children benefiting what you call educational assistance, scholarship.
Mimi hunu one was
and I'm a leader of a political party.
And I'm say now mimi baby I'm to a medical catch was MP no kruma pamono because we are momode.
Oh, the first say party at what MP no does not mean say wa momode you.
Na then what woman to amano.
That that is a decision of the party.
Omo homode ntini apamo.
Oh sir.
Yes. Omo homode blaster coach omo na homode ayem pamono. Yeah, pamono go for and I said
few people could decide and mad and tie 80,000.
If you are saying that, how many people decide for, especially some of the MPs? How many people decide for them?
A few people.
So a few people know, most of them, about 90%, they took money from the MP before they vote for them. So, then they made that decision.
So it comes to the point that because about 90% take money from the
when they want to be a candidate, transparency.
It tells us Ebiana MP the quite more thing, but on 90% into no. He can be voted out, and that does not mean saying
yeah, 20 years, Massa, or Momo Ding.
So you are in Manchester South. Napo no more money.
Napo.
Yeah.
And I made sure so we're very disappointed to the stand say the market here is ho.
Yeah.
Kofi market. President Kofi ni jasa market no. Beboa ama sampe so aso maame fo ne papa fo a se be omusolo mu faka every crew from enclave Ashton enclave ba market your friend say kejiti ano enka if that market was facing anka honsu no mbedidwa 12 to 16 years down the line the market is still standing there. So what you say, so that is my concerns. It's not about say napo visible or bam persuaso or be chia party for or be say, but the will of the people now it doesn't matter. Opa bra 10 years now when you bibia or honor, what do you expect us to do? What do you expect us to do? So I say so mo call promises I send any new account send na blood account also mututiano. So for me MP4 no massa the young yeah. So we didn't forget about
that. Lawyer Charles Owusu is a private legal practitioner, and of course, when it comes to the issue of oil and gas, we do market power. Abensu umbi, lawyer kwaba.
Yeah,
Boko there.
Boko.
Last we almost say, or dressing at the banner say yes. Lawyer no deeper.
Me go sudi.
What about
me talk about Dansuma. Ablekuma Saf.
So who is your MP?
Obano Osla.
Obasa Toman view.
Oh, Betoman.
Reason let's say. Because yes, I'm quite disappointed. Or disappointed baby.
There is a lot of misconception about who Nipa MP no. Oye. Emra and ye Juma. I can understand the
Nana
Kwame Aircan. The way they present themselves to the people, which does not power be the Omo Kanich, because Omo Yemra Shep Omo Shemra Intinka Sanka Bibi Kosu Umpeswaswa na enya na kwako ya shebra na di asesa me sure se binu wantana bu church to dem said there ade no eye atwuma enso oba be catch so be kwan ne in fact aban executive arm no on that level no mo na ya kwan ne yi no na omo yes an yo mai according to the wealth of the country and the pressing needs of the country. Say wealth is the sika or mine war any needs are or mine here by scale of preference. Na debi ameka say menu be obeyi ben. Say nkwala no youth no of any nation someone developer or mine enko bebia. Because the quite there yeah they quite to her within the next 15 years na plan the sweat to. But who develop nipa ba ko say papa you develop on from the youth. He will become a doctor. He will become a lawyer. He will maybe become even a president. But the foundation of the ban is well enriched with the way forward. What did they make an answer? And you know, baby, you drew side election year quick. It was political party. Oh, good. Baby, you do year quick. It was here share. So okay, with our resources, the resources are here. Anytime a month for about BD a minus so. Ejuma ben no metimia ya abua on my phone. Me the honor made me point no because the honor selection no eba. Yes. Ube who say yentimi anye ni nyina. But ube who say obi aye bisi obi. The me ka wo yiri nyina say ekwan de menua. Why ekwan obi aye kwan?
Definitely.
What's the hospital be a hospital? Why yeah, but human intervention. Human intervention and the more manu efana konwa pa etna so. For example, say yes, two major parties no, not to water down your party.
Oh, no problem.
The two major parties no. Enkofone di anim no mo fi the north. Strangely, they all benefited from free education. Then a balance because almost side hono, it was not about Papa Uska. The system was there. Into when you buy also do age na na woko. Into a system ya public system ne a year. Obewu nothingness bebre or your chief director or your doctor or your accountant or your consultant or your because they went through this process. Yeah. Now on the flip side, you will say you and Kolano almost ways and means. They are trying to survive. Into crime was going very, very high. Minya, maybe I said maybe. Medical catcher say, medical catcher say, MP in your no yakwa. MP. Well, there's some no more. Tell us all this. So
they can't tell us when they get there. They are not responsible.
Yeah, but
that is what they tell us.
But there's a superior power which underpins Sanyoma we saying. It is the same back and back at yourself. Watch them na my program no how. Makachira kwa we.
Yeah.
Watch them na my program. But you will schedule no. Me na my program no hard. Maybe I'm makachira some am kind of kure. Because we need to me na me the best side juma. Nipa wo to be no a president no. And then the MC na we ya ho. Into omo area ho and no more here. Aye relevant. Na aye.
Na mo come kan say.
Sanema. Say enter me kana me
ka. So you mo catch say no. Time no so. We will ensure say you dey know an ajeje o. Either they have the power or not no.
Ehona me ne obi anya adwene no. Anya no ne dey judge o. Anya ne dey judge o because you nyina mra the state no it underpinned by mra. It's you mumra so.
You be san to man bi.
Oh meto man bi. The enti ameto man and say.
O krom akra we no ado ha.
The enti ameto man and say. The party no.
The party no.
Aye juma pa.
Ewo
constituency ho. The party na ye juma. In fact, ayi akwan ya did that ayi ni nyina for some reason party na ba be ye. What you say? And you may be an ayi edansuma na ni ho. O ma ba be. Matran wa check akra. Me who say there's development going.
O compare the party ni ba na party na juma.
Ayi juma. Ewo. Enti me hwe party ni mum rather than ono. But also obetuma ye influential. Obetuma ka so ye got to be the how. I was here. And now we say be wa so ye. Obetu ayi ne party nanim. Na be a party na ba be. Enti no me no ya adwene. I was say omo ba be ye adwuma. But it is in the scheme of things. Enti me feel say ye meye ya. Ebia in the next session. Yesaka ye be.
Yeah,
right. Ezra TV, Ezra Radio. Me is Mike, and of course my guest this morning, Kenneth Nana Asamoah, a leader and founder at the Accent Proposed Party. And now ma on Kobi inti nkobo die nyina no say Mahama Mra. Nkobo die nyina Mahama Mra. And then Michael Isamels is a secretary for Inshaeso NPP Regional Communications Team member and a lawyer. Charles Owusu Janwa is a private legal practitioner and so ɛwɔ ha yɛ di nkɔmɔ Mike me mmra wɔ hɔ Baumia in the Asante region party no wadi akyerɛkyɛ right from polling station the secretary wadi amanyɔkuo akyi party no nanado ne 8 years in opposition and then 8 years in power nyina wadi akyire nanado ba Asante region or ba tour campaign tour just 3 weeks to elections Baumia tour ba Asante region is it making an impact? Is Baumia touching the grassroots of the region? Because I say when you said that normal about like when you said that Musan can people a war Asante region a campaign nanka do a dumai she said sent na be bia e ko mutimi ba kora na when said that nya the feel no Baumia na Asante region what is he telling people in the region? The next 10 minutes for you.
Sir Mike, before I proceed, you know, when him on mine just some no my teacher, you know, yeah, we have a toy. Now you be caught a jow,
yeah,
a macro forever. But one thing I was saying, yeah, who say, yeah, by and say, Yama no quarry, in the enemy,
yeah.
Adibia. And me you see you see this is what I am afraid of. Sir, surprisingly, when you are using the same brush to paint everybody, you are okay. But when it is done to you, what's it Debbie? Okay. Let us stop by using one brush to paint everybody. Hold people accountable by what they say. But when I say all media personnel, mon can cry. What I say, because I have no experience sadly being free. So why do I do that? So now politicians no. You see, last time you call Adiababa, and you know how sticker is. And meaning say if you followed radio, sticker will be online, will tell you say MP Nyakwine. Yeah. And I'm a boy.
No, for him, consistently.
Yes. Yeah. So why do we say MPBR say no? The person who told you, hold that person responsible. Once we begin to hold people accountable by their deeds, because people do that and hide behind that class action, because a free ride. Media me koka no e buy e be painti lawyer for nyina za lawyer for nka no correct ba na lawyer ba ko pen akwa ko yo you can paper there be won say lawyer ba ko pen akwa ko ya de ni akwa say lawyer for nyina nka no correct so for me, let us pick people, hold them accountable by what they say. But Mimi MP, Honorable Dr. Stephen Amoa, but he will try to have a favor from the purse holder. I'm telling you. Sanity. And that is what also I was so careful. Also manka because I was talking about the MP's achievement. I hold you soko bank and that dua carry you and say I will not attribute it to. I will attribute it to the central government. I see. If I just what is. So we share Santa's runabout to be runabout to I will not attribute it to the MP. We share in Siayaso acquire yes asphalt overlay. You see, side good, and you see, but you bear with me, so say, I said, I'm kind. Always say in Shayaso, people feel say, oh, in Shayaso, be a elite constituency. But whilst you are talking about Patase, I also want you to appreciate, say in Shayaso old town, Quine, Ecofata, Sumaso, Concromase, and you know, I want you to appreciate, say something has been done there. Sure. What I say? Offer Santase tech station to Adiemra to find me out. No, you see, me bought me party here. I appreciate it, but I want you to give credit where we've also next week, done better.
We'll be looking at the ballot box. No, we are programmer.
Who him?
About one of the Ababia, why your consequences, the happiness, the Benjamin Eddie's uncle on the power. So now, about me in the region.
Unim. What's it the impact? Yes. You see, a miracle anymore. Now, what's a normal, right? Me carry doctor at a time. na yakojina santas na hold rally kasa na yeko, right? But if we na we say the we are you need to touch base. So you will not see us doing big rallies. Say Yabani Ababe Fele, Kumasi Sports Stadium. No. We will go to the people. Yekohonoma, a better local base a relationship near building. Because issue are a confronto Santase for more so. Even within the same constituency, and yet the same issues near confronto Fanchana Bravo. So Oko Jina Quadaso Estate. Now because one who Quadaso Estate asem Intianuna or the Babe say Enuna Eha in Shesu you laugh at the wrong side of your mouth. And that is why Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, any MPP, will go to every nook and cranny, every hamlet to have a relationship and understand their problems better. Because Sawoba, that's also Obabe solve problems. First, you need to feel that problem, understand it, and how person now what is our problem or feeling to tell you what he or she is expecting from you. And that is exactly what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is doing. You see, Yania Yebu and Quantano, who's an economist, meso accountant, finance. We call something substance over form, right? Adi any dear woman and say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will want to tell you out away who problem and how he is going to solve it for you. And that is what he is doing. So Ubehun say he want to understand Achuma Kwanguma's problem better. Oko Obuasi East, Oko Akrofrom, Oko Obuasi West, Oko Fomena. Ukwa and Oko Transroduma, you have a broader picture of what it entails when it comes to the challenges facing the people, be it urban area or a rural area. And it is not as if so
is it taking notices of every constituency concern? Because campaign away few of the key people in the achieve.
Sure.
Obey you know. Now the minister of ABR roads campaign no crano when you and call one constituency down. When he becomes the minister, although Bawumia so ebe home challenge. But that minister is not aware. And the implementing what the president himself had wanted to do, no,
you see,
a challenge. So president
there's a gap here.
But the minister,
there's a gap here.
The president.
You see, there's a gap here. Gap, woman say, the senior or overall spending officer no on the president.
Exactly.
Good. Onua kwa kuhu problem no. Enti oko cabineta adia o pesa o ye no okacho. It is not what you are coming to tell him. So let us appreciate it.
One year away, so say, with all these conditions, there could be a challenge, you know. President he may even forget about 70% of it.
When you make us so, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is an exceptional person. You see, we have not followed him from his days as a research assistant at Bank of Ghana. You see, and year of 15 years, and Wakofa sa switch no by you. There was a problem then. But because of passage of time, we've forgotten. That time, you know, and then there was serious problems with ghost names in this country. Because when it comes to digital space, now you need into a book near into back full scap notebook. Of our friends say, Lemback and answer day. Na edinu HSA the mubebre enti nipa no kwa no say paper no watu back no de back one shame because he Asante
paper 3
good because he wanted to solve a problem and was started so introduce you because he understood the challenge well. Right now when people feel say oh digitize and he's moved away from economy and say was a ICT expert. Let me tell you, obia onto the relationship between information technology and how it affects economic development. Say ni pano na on sem fatakra so baby. Do you know why? Kowiase esikafodu a omo wiase. Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Jack Ma, Steve Jobs. But who can over oye petroleum business o baako kura ni hɔ nom he's into gold purchase o baako kura ni hɔ he's into construction o baako kura ni hɔ nom yɛmfa sɛ ebia he's into say cocoa ayo no ɛnyɛ shipping o ɛnyɛ energy o but they are all in information technology. So if we want to get millionaires in this country, first we need to have the base, the resource that you need to create a sikafo. And that is why we have pursued digitalization in relation with say yebema enkrofo ntetiye ewo adwinim. Because Bible did not tell us to say for lack of gold or for lack of oil or for lack of cocoa. No, the Bible said for lack of knowledge my people are perishing. Knowledge is gold, knowledge is oil, knowledge is infrastructure, knowledge is everything. So when you build relevant knowledge, standing the test of the time, it better solve all problems. I'm telling you, digitalization is the next gold for the world, for Africa. You see, when you understand acquire digitalization, ama say nipa na se bieburu se bienyado o te bosome frɛ ho na wo se on tiase no ene say that problem no wo tiase a se ade a eye na kwansidie say ontumi ma digitalize space no solve what's problem. You see, leadership is about solving problems. It is not in the absence of problem. Any leader who will say, I want to see a problem-free system, he's not a leader because the aspirations, the objectives, and the goals are different from what we think we are doing now. So if you don't think broadly, now what are you going to say? If we are saying when you solve one problem, you are done. You are like, let me tell you, the whole America, Trump, consistently, Trump has been fighting China, all because he feels one, China has been manipulating their currency, about cheap labor. And you want to know about say of us worker was it say he is going to tax Chinese import 60% of FOB. Let me tell you, almighty America are crying for job creation. But for me, we hear India population. Do you hear India talking about unemployment? No. Because when I'm going to say, oh, you could do a cuckoo, you could do a timbano. India was aggressively investing in trainings in IT. So, India, all the major manufacturing companies, for warehouse management, Indian people sit far away in India, sending the raw data to him, put it into reasonable use, and send it back. And what 1 hour, an India boy or no 10 demo now on Shampabwampa or Tini PC anymore, he's earning close to $20 per hour. So for me, San Comono and Awodi by say me from any equal so we improve infrastructure development, acquiring improve in school system, say health delivery. We say I can tell you, say NPP within the last 8 years, there is no government and the hospitals are almost be NPP, and I will throw challenge to anybody commissioned and given it out. Sabronum, Swami Anomanye, Chedie, Manson Quanta, Drobonso, Vamed, 5 hospitals completed. It is working. It is working. You see, let me tell you, the biggest problem is that it is working. Go there. You see, the biggest problem we are having is when you have not commissioned it, people feel say you are not because
is it working?
It is working. Because you see, what the government will have to do is say, I complete it and hand it over to Ghana Health Service. Said yes, it will. Good. Tepa, even before we commissioned Tepa was working, but near commission. Good. So what I'm telling you is say, when it comes to hospital delivery, there's no government. Even including okay.
Ken, what Baumia in the region? Or a constituency tour Mike Akano, that is a Baumia is touching the base. Into about constituency, my son Quanta. Dear Mum Peno, no, I can't want some about me. The last time I checked, the promises in NPP's manifesto are 514. And the NDC 824. That is their manifesto for 2024 elections. NDC 824, NPP 514. Now, every constituency could be answered. The politicians are still making promises, adding up to the already captured one in their manifesto. You see the government, the Vice President Baumia making a comment, a statement. Cape Coast, the airport, and then I think that I've forgotten one other
Harbour.
The harbour. Then the president comes and says, it is not. We've seen politicians making promises, and then when they come to power, they will tell you, it is not in your manifesto. I just want to understand. If the lawyer will help us when we get there. I just want to understand from the politicians. All the promises I will make you or every constituency in one is a constituency based promises. No. Why is it captured? Just in their hearts, in their minds, or in their manifesto? I believe I'm not asking them. I'm not a question.
Sir Mike.
Yes, sir.
You see,
10 minutes in the audio.
As a country, sometimes we jokes too much. And
oh no, but that one is.
Me say as a country, me ko will be doing. Let's say in Ghana.
Part of this country.
Let's say we jokes too much. Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia ewo Kumasi. Asante region because it's a failure to MPP. A very, very failure to MPP. To the extent they say, what is he coming here to do? What is he coming to do?
What is about 5 hospitals?
How?
Working now under the
Masa hospital we have. MPP you see toilet kura president to be tuka kutwa homem. Common toilet it me tuka kutwa homem. Ni see hospital MPP. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Ashim Kumasi. Or pay vote. Kawa ho ahoma wa twetwem. Masa, by this time that's why I always tell him say in this election it's not about rhetorics. It's not about manifesto. It's not about there will be Kanseseyo. We are going to vote in this election based on our pockets. Period. That is what Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia told Ghanaians. Or said there is no better economy than your own pocket. So in this election, as we did it 2016, that is where Ghanaians are going to vote. And in Semna or Moke Canada, Eguya Swachi. And every Ghanaian Biawaye na address will be voted this year. They have already made their decisions. Nyomunama omoke kandia ya hurkasam both NDC both digna guya swachi. Edi ansem ni enti since 1992. Edi ansem na Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia kanchire since 2016. And edi ansem na JD Monson kaye. So whatever they are saying no yati ni nyina yati kwa manebuso. What Ghanaians are going to do in this election is we are going to vote based on our pocket.
Na pocket no yantuma hwen.
Me meto ma JDM. Me pocket hu yame. Of course yes. Of course yes. Of course. Masa, na sa asem no ye. There will be just so kachire wo no. Eno na obe gina so de ato aba na me boa. Enti sa wo ba be hye me bo. Na sa ebon I don't feel it in me. How do you expect me to vote for you? Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Minyantia never can digitization digitization as a man now you don't know the economy blah blah blah. Since 2008 up to 2016 when Dr. Mahmoud Baumia was going round lecturing, did you hear any Dr. Mahmoud Baumia telling Ghanaians say yeah bad digitization? He was purely talking about the economy, fundamentals. And then yeah wa failure honum and wa kofa bibia to ne so ato ne ho so ye digitization enti ye na de ye mo ye nsem ma na anya bia Dr. Mahmoud Baumia na de digitization ba Ghana na oba na emi o oba ye no Now obi started. You see, one thing about MPP, I don't know, something that they don't understand. There is difference between a project here, and there is difference between a project here, so that is why people say government is about continuously. And to will be a foundation now, so don't claim say you are the owner of that.
But the speed that any Ubiano, I preference. So a government can come and then this. The guitar where I can watch it, Ebiano management console, into Obedan and Nahonka, and there could be another person so about will say, now this is how the world is going. So let me channel my attention to that. And so ultimately I say, and what they are the is different from maybe a previous government.
Also the speed. Yes. It means somebody started it. So he saw the need of that and also twice. My point is on the buy. Yes, we're about champion digitization, but we shouldn't make it as if Dr. Mahmoud Baomia. Now they see digital center, no crowd, no start say, oh, see digital center. What was the motive? Maybe so. What was the motive? That is a said no answer, no CS was a cinema center. Look, Ghana for that be a me catch it. Barbara Cracker or similar dear children are true for Besoli. Ubi Baba because a many already. I'm telling you, this kind of politics, no, and Nico Magana be a move. Dr. Mahmoud Baomia or Kumasi, 15 solid days. On him said the MPP political party, no, has failed an Ashanti people, the people of Ashanti. Therefore, they are losing in Ashanti region. And it was spending it. We did about 3 months in the Dr. Mahmoud Bama, or about Ashanti region, best 3 times. Yes. Because the rate you first now Ashanti people, now we are eager to vote for MPP, no. It's not there anymore. It is not there anymore. We are fed up with the MPP people because they promise a lot of things that they are not doing it. They make us aware, say something, we are fools. We are not the fools anymore. And before, of course, we are not fools anymore. And until now, he's channel all his energy over. All them so free. Now, positioning in Crawford Baby until then, because someone said they are losing grounds in Ashanti region. They are losing and they will lose. They will lose. Dr. Mahmoud Baomia is going to receive a serious disaster in Ashanti region. It has never appeared. Oh, what is Masa? Edomino.
I was asking myself, are they
Messi Edomino? Obu Poma. Kohe Basi twice a year pack obu go back. If they are from the same constituency. Oh, okay. So from different. Yes, Korea Basi at Tuaswo. Yes, why are they deceiving themselves? They are deceiving Dr. Mahmoud Baomia and not themselves. They are deceiving Dr. Mahmoud Baomia. Korea Basi at Tuaswo, yes, it's a Dominic go back. You see? So for me, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baomia being in Kumasi is like, oh, nothing. There is nothing new. They find out say Asante 4 7 in previous and yet down because to 7 you better about MPP as they claim say MPP metamun su my time bank as okay. MPP belong. That be time. Oh, I have a table so but like we did go the lawyer jai. Oh, dear come I mean did go time na jave. Nana. Lawyer. La Entibinia. Oh, dear come Sir Mike. On say Ubusa menua say about Dr. Mahmoud Baomia Bini Kumasi want to be anchor. Or the Kofi Fana digitization the hala. Because crowd Maza Uti. Yes. Let me remind you 2008 when President Kofi was exiting power, Kaswa, I was right there. Na mijina ho. President Kofi say, why really ya campaign ya. He has never ever.
Nurses themselves with their uniforms. Where nurses? Who? Ken. Nurses.
President Kofi, I have never seen such a huge crowd in my entire life. At the end of the day, what happened? They lost.
The first round they won.
Okay. And that is exactly what we are going to tell the MPP people, especially in Asante region. Because Asante region, they have nothing to show. So we are going to give them a serious red card. Yeah. Very serious red card. Aboma will say, "Your mama kotna bench." Now they should go and rethink about says Asante for and Masabi MPP can form a governance there. Therefore, say Oba Mawanimbri ewa Asante region ho. Pinuya, edi assembly akeka. Dr. Mahmoud Baomia. Nansi ya okojina krejifo anim. E promise say me ba metua moka. Ofiri wa yesi abonti. Yebusana was I was just joking. The same reference now making about Cape Coast. Okojira, the people of Cape Coast, we are building an airport for you. Took Nane Okufuado. And the Bekache said, "Wanokora with Madi Kruntia Dr. Mahmoud Babiako Kasa." Now it is clear indications to show who Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is. Now Onyanko Pong was sending Niamani Bremu. Wa Magana form will say Nipana Oma promise, you know. This is what he's going to do to you. Do on now to Abane Manwa. Okobusa say Obeka see I was just joking. And we are not going to accept that.
Okay. Mami. I was Ezra 94.1 FM and of course Ezra TV. Me doing this Mike doing this with Aduanaba Kofi Asante and Reverend. Join us on Facebook Ezra 94.1 official. On Facebook Ezra 94.1 official and Aduanaba Kofi Asante Ennin. Baumia in the Asante region. The impacts and matters are rising. My main lawyer, so lawyer, me I said, the promises. Now the president or the flag bearer is promising almost every constituency, aside the campaign promise and Kassan, a woman manifesto. And you've heard Ken saying, in fact, they've lost touch in the Ashanti region.
I don't think they have lost touch in Ashanti region. So, over issues in its singular term, you will arrive at the position now. You'll be misrepresenting what the issues are.
Okay.
In every country, the issues are, say, especially that country never. Now, why in a Buamani Bedru? Okasa was talk about the fact, say, digitization, there was a digital I will be see what happened to it. In a telephone and ATM, say part of the digitalization. That been a telephone bagana. But it remained in the state in which it is till government Ghana government the people who occupy it are different from different background. Now I was who say as time has gone on from 1992 party not shops but to Obama they have ruled the country for 16 years.
Okay.
And Rollins ruled country for 8 years. And John Mahama ne Atamel to be ruled for 8 years. And MPP Fonso Kofi will rule for 8 years. And Nanado will be ruled for 8 years. The question is, who has done better for the people? Or since the economy? Where say there is nobody in this country right now pay an OG, bet 5 years ago, and one OG. Obia pay costro. Obia business or cotton be a price in a costro. That is the economy. That is why a lot of people are not sleeping on the streets or under a common air dome. Because they are earning more. The prices are shooting to. There's economic principle. Yes. Me office crown. Oma no 1,000, so much 3,000.
No 1,000.
Omiji 1,000. Baby 3 years ago.
Okay. It's only
3,000.
At that time, no fool is saying. Since the fool is saying that time now. And I don't know. Person show say as time goes on. Yes.
Prices go up because the needs of people also go up. But the most important point now is so say What has the government done about it so far as human beings? Because nipa spend this car. And you're dying on spend this car. Nipa. And then the government now to alleviate some condition nearby. A process. Over countries America. America is about 250 years old. They've gone through this process. England is about 500 years old. Or go through that process. Ghana is 57. 67. We are going through the process. We have not even been able to carry everybody with us so far as government policies are concerned. It's an ongoing job. The salaries of people have gone up. Those businessmen and corporate officers, which means people are earning more money now than 2000, where the dollar was 4 cedis, 75 pesos. They are earning more money. So say the dollar is then 17. Umo be $100, Okita 1,700. What can he buy with 1,700? A lot. $4.75 now. $100 yahin. What can he buy? What could he buy at that time? Intimasa. Economy near you now. Nipa na sit, but the point is, why a road will be so a road? What's the hospital will be so a hospital? Who have done social interventions to alleviate the situation of the individuals? And on the comparison near Ebano, over the other side now, zero. Over NDC for now, zero. They have never thought of say, I was here alleviating the burden on the people. What is your biggest burden? Is it not your children? From the time our MPP government came to power, because a comparison, that is why every 4 years we have to come and vote to find out how the country has been run. And to comparison, Tama Oreko take you over from Jerry Don Rollins. Bibiana cash and carry, even though the economy had dwindled from their actions, even though poverty was on the line, there was no subsidy. Bibiani will be a support to be in terms of Yari Hospital, and as Obako School, and a Bibia. Kufoba and then in the midst of acquiring oil, in the midst of the hospitals, no sin, or your social interventions. Social interventions be needed away him. Capitation grant, no constitution, Ekufo, na trigai. Friend say NHIS, National Health Insurance. First, na cash and carry. And the first government aba. There is a government here today who thinks about the people. One first maternity, free maternity. During the time of Rollins, hospital na so niska, you better lock on up. What did he do? Or you free maternity on baby fee?
That free maternal care.
Ezra 94.
I face one fast or you leap in your own here, pa, they say, I do 500. I didn't think that our government would do leap, NHIS, sad projects. Because it's a government that thinks about the people, the development of the people. And I mean, Bisanko for say, ain't you know, when we're dying, see that. That is why you are concerned about your child. Because it is your future. It is your lineage. It is the country's lineage. Say in Kwalana work room hano. Ombe tumpong. They'll be educated. But this party, the concern that I have, and the year is the misleading information. That's a tabletop campaign there. Talk about this, talk about that, talk about it. As if Ghana has so much money to solve every problem at it. What about the human beings? Who are the Ghanaians? Ghana is not an empty shell. It is Ghanaians. One fast who or Metro Mass said the bank Kolani bet me school free. Or some school feeding. School feeding no yeah no. Said the bank
That is why every Ghanaian now you hear Nana Action People's Party, you hear ODK, you hear the NDC, even them applauding say but
you cannot applaud I have not finished. Oh, to me, applaud now disapplaud because the legacy of the party in the account. Obey sa no many nyina wie no. All fear bemu no. Now let us talk about the economics of the country. All fear bemu no. Na Ghana yenya crude oil. Commercial quantities. Ni yenya gas, natural gas of a top quality. Commercial, huge commercial quantities. And you hand over baton NGC. One and they atamels na ne oho. Yadi ma atamels no. Ye catch them say atamels or yare. Inti me en to abama no. Yes, still to abama no. Jamatames na betra. But ata blessed memory. Oba na do ye ne say ohun gas no hu crude oil no see. Ye. Ade we de bebo mi kuru yi. Into hwa ta ayi na. Mo ya adadwe de say central region ni western region there. Oba transform it to oil and gas enclave, which would have generated a lot of money. And then we took Kabia, it's a petrol. It is all petrol there. Now, oh, your premium. And you know, oko hedge a crude oil no price. And no digina so no kwaji bosna. If you be economics in your can was the downturn, I was the same. And to kwaji is at $3 billion. No. And no, the best see at Twabo. So what here? Let's free baby at Twabo.
I know that.
And no, we know. O see ENI terminal. ENI terminal no. Maybe she was say ENI terminal.
Come 2 minutes.
Debbie, that's all my become. Because ENI terminal. But in all nation, Papa ni see ENI terminal, o see Jubilee terminal. O see BBA here. Oba be benefit from the gas no. Oba be benefit from the gas no. And then they see ye. And we owu ye na Yomahama dipa no so obeto abama no obe take you over na then they see ye wet gas na papa na ko hedge ye yi na odi ba be ye yi no odi akogisi odi ba be ye adwuma no e no tam no de ma ENI for no ukọ western region na ENI terminal it is redundant enye adwuma because ono atan o se gas no embra ye separate na gas na by friend with gas masa. As at the time that Kofi was leaving power, even though generalists were as at the time that he was leaving, this is what he left behind, which was a very strong case for your economy. What happened? Yeah, there's sumu for how many years? 4 years, because we didn't have money to buy fuel. Nana to buy, within 6 months, the lights were on. Once that's whole. And no free SHS. Now who would tell me say Ghana say we are not looking good? The future is very bright because our children, just like they said the Pikachu before, no, because of free education, our North and then we have two presidential candidates. One of them will become the president, who have benefited from it. There is something in this party that thinks about the people.
It's different from others and because
Mimi who said to you, and I made my own example. Of because of free education in Tinu, who public service, who private sector, who say Nkrofo are benefiting mostly because they went to school free. A notness. And if the whole country is now going through that process, what do you think it's going to be like in a few years' time? Okay. Now, if the children are not being developed, right. who will develop them? And so back.
All right. I was Ezra TV, Ezra Radio. Lawyer Charles Owusu Janwa. I believe Joanna. Lawyer, with all apology. Joanna. Try just in a minute. You have sign Abba. Na you have a twan come on. So this, if you are ready, the same as Michael is a mouse. But Kenneth also sees no, the future is bleak with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in the NPP. Very disastrous if we allow them to continue. Credit scoring. I say Ghana credit wealthy. The first one now kwaje besia me kai pa say me to me first car na say me kwaje besia bank na bank na ka tell me say he says that ana e mu ade pa o ko pe obi na no meji wa jira mu na no na pe nipa be me nsane ade is ni na to atwa and one say wo bibia kama ko ya wa omo na wa ha mama nchire mu na kasa mama say is a credit scoring. You know, say no, because I'm a Sami Kanoa. That's be an Baumia, Metoba Umia, Simon Busa, some Toba Umia, and answer the duty to Baumia. No, per se was a Sunday or walk, ne phone, nine or Sunday, their moon Kunya. Oh, what you say, you are now. About the amount to the cracker. How is it going to be? How? In the next 5 minutes. Why without 5 minutes? Whatever.
Asama omampenia badi echire e ka kire Ghana fo nyinara ene se sinamai utihui uyo bia wadi uhuni usikasem ejina brane kakra ena se bia se na mahomanso na nipa husro enti se wobetu biaso na homa husro enu nti se wobetumi afri baby a wodua kwa akogina bo wabrabo mama mpuntu abrabo mu onso wo hia se wobenya bibi kakra e de abo abrabo sikasem na wobekoi bank no na dwene kire se woni wunya relationship bi ada ena ne past experience nkrofo abaje bosia e won baje a won ntua won hwe won kro won hu won into ko banka e fra bibi risk index so enti amasa de na ejina hono mu nyina no okotra akodi ne mako na wona aponkyere na ebete hu fifiri enti de nkrofo bi enti yehwe wa wo ye Ghana ni se bi wani mu yetuntum se enti yeso de akwa na ye no saa na wo be enti emma dodo na ebi omudi omu ni a enka omba brabom se de okwa abrochire a obi mfa sika firi ne botom se fie wura so amu nkoto dan omfa sika firi ne botom enko nkoto ka ade bi opebia omfa sika mfiri ne botom na emom se wo ye adwuma yetu aka bosome de na watumi na wo se se yetumi de saade no bi eba se wo wabrabo a wabo wo sika semu ukokugina banka enya afe ne ekwa kubusa se wona na kokko na wa sankragwa no kofabra ebia meka se hu lisi kro wonim ba bieda uwia wo kwa kope bosia yesi kokofa nipa miensamra no media kagire mama wo so wa wabrabo na wo bo afe na wo expose wo se da bi senior mike de wo waye no wo de fako bank ho efri se wo kwa brutra de ba kwa mankrofo ne nse ba bia wo bia etibia no na address ayo no ane dia ne car number no is tied to an address and telephone number so watumi ayesa de na wi de de nyina ne se say dear would Ghana national card na eno so ba beka ho na e de wani you see Ghana card no enye card kwawo wani itumi de hwehwe won santia duna wo de ko nyina itumi de hwehwe and say dear wa akura no yatumi akire wagu and 10 times so and ye hwewa yenye obi a na se wo di nukurenti no da che bia akura wo so peka bia tenemu a da pen na wo baye adwuma over 70 years na ba beto ento wo de se wo di hu ne office osikasem ye no fa saa wa de no eko saa credit no te se wo hote so what di nukura ma ho ento ko asaka bi na wo pa tenemu a uko na wo ne bank no kokoka because obo wa de na no e ba beguso na enti saa hu hiya na yekom no na oyi afri ho enti se asemasi de wa ya na wo se oni ne hu ni a right on the I don't know any problem na enu afri ho nanso ne broader perspective say obi as a researcher in finance wo hwe Ghana wo twa mfoni na ankura adwuma private sector enu ne dimu akotene e wo Ghana e economy nim and as our private sector so ko no ma ye frɛ bibi sa nnwuma nkuma no SMEs no ɛno so ne di mu akotene pa enti ye base ye fa nkrofo adwuma ye sa private sector no and as our SMEs no ɛno so ne di mu akotene na wo ye research nyina no ade ba ko a ekutia sa private sector ne SMEs no eye sika on betumi dia expand omo businesses and if your private sector or SMEs is not expanding and no entry ma won fa nipa bebre ni nyina so eye sika sem ya so to solve that problem no so no entities no so no will have to build their own credit scoring. Startups obi a wo adwuma bi si nani so a wo pese oye na because only history as a business no okobanke kwa ko jiska a problem but Americans solve the through venture capital investment say ye disikato wo kwa Steve Jobs nyina no Wall Street they benefited from venture capital we say no enunti ma adwuma ya nyeden enti say wo wa adwene bi na so person share adwuma se a because senior Mike what na ha no ma what build around this media industry no over the years saa hotie na ho ate no enye kwa sika enti say sika no na yaka bom say saa de affairs na efre no collateral no ahonidie no na aba be collateral enti wo hia dan ehia bibia bio dia wadi wo ni mfie mu no eno na bank no ba gina say wadwuma ya opese wo ye die ye hu so wudi wo ni enti nya sa afa ne ye koka se kokofa wo turnover bra dabi wudi wo ni pa se de obi adi ne ho ne enti eduru sana ema wona omo ye adwuma omo pesika edi abiemu se on production lines ebi opese odi bi bebeka ho no ye say you see a critical example Kasapreko wo Kumasi heya Tanoso. Look at what Kasapreko is doing now. Because of the intervention of our one district, one factory, investment abino and mano low cost capital would invest here and Kasapreko, Oko Canada, Oko America, Oko Germany, Oko Holland, Kasapreko products almost shelves. It is this true credit scoring because over the years proposals we saw what Kasapreko could do. But unlike before, Oko banker as a private sector in Ghana, into one size fit all. The same brush being used to paint everybody. Nasa de no ako. Enti eno no obi aba begina ho. Ye bedi obi asam se de no university. So ho enti se wo se fata. Na ye de ama ho. Ba se wo
chance brebe. That is the worry because say Musa me kai say in 2016 me opportunity to host Freddie Blee, the then national chairman Ewo Nzema. And we decided to say that one district, one factory, no. And shall see a brebe. Nzema area na me an interview no. On my media be no ever benefiting. In fact, as I speak with you, all the three constituencies in Nzema, the Okan no, and yes, I let here. Into we no, and shall see a brebe.
Me patch on it, say.
And now, 16th November.
16th November.
Yes.
Inti acha kana otwumi ansa na ekwa akotoba.
Na otwumi ansa pa na ekwa ba.
Yeto abana na otwumi ansa. Na aka ahwie bi na otwe na yemfa za bosome. Na Dr. Mamu Baumieba. Eduru busumi mienu credit scoring ba shase.
Eza
eduru busumi mienu.
Eza we obosha na se we am bi.
Me say eduru busumi mienu. Ghana ni bi asem deda amaka na no pay. Ye maame mu a omba railway say you see me da bia meka I stand up for them. Me I have worked at Maslock as an accountant before.
Yeah.
And me ye disikama ejom for me. Their credit integrity ye top notch. Enunti Opia wote anuma da bia we only help them say omo say the microfinance here no build omo credit scoring. Enti asem no nyina no.
In the next
7 weeks.
Saturday, mo peno no. So Ghana for TSS na mo to abama ba omi a. That is what we are saying. In the by me mama up to Easter next year. Na asase.
Na e home popoye no uhunu.
Me
say na uhu popoye no say e bi star sama wo kan die e ya bosumi numa sama na wo kan enna me say udi kan busam say e chance ye da ben enna me say na wo twenso e da ye ne mu ni nyina ne say bi eburu say bi enya ado e wo say ye koto aba no e de ma wo bi a Dr. Mahmoud Baomi a wo da number 1 a wo de saa de we say ya ahenda ye me kra de score room baby amede ko mami ga sam tro o mami we see maybe they may dey akwa kodo kokofu me you should me credit rating no e dey akodo kokofu 50 acres na 31 million. I'm projecting say by the next 10 years one cocoa bag could go to 5,000 e hona me akura me so that time na di be fia diosia na me sha se te me 400 bucks na me dia me dem kakra bi de ma me mana na ja akura me so dey say enti wa fa kura nana wa fa oh da cinema ka sam na de o
men ko na political I don't
reality or just a political talk.
Me say Mike. You see, sometimes for me, I find it very, very laughable. Minya, you can't create this course or any day. Eye walankasa wo nipa wuti wo nipedua your credit wealthy. On say obide say JDM ka say 24-hour economy. Say MPP for say eye adwuma dada. Meboa. Say eye adwuma Dr. Mahmoud Bamu eye adwuma dada. Credit wealthy in Ghana too is working. Of course. Otuway MTN for omon floor say omon timi say and say no text message. Bejebosia. Do you know what it means? So what just abosia no. Na wo kutua. Ya ma foforo. Wan kutua ye dey. Ya ma. So it is about you sitting down personally, your credit wealthy. That is one. Two.
Banks will be sending messages or a phone.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
But one thing I said, even if they will give you that money, they will still have to tell you, sir, bring a guarantor.
MTN for catch yourself.
MTN, how much can they give?
And I make sure on Omomao.
MTN,
so let me come so that you understand. And your credit score and you have 2 foot to go be any so. And Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, so person or Boa Ghana for the first option for Dr. Mahmoud Baumia to do is say, Obe make sure say a kind of percentage your Bank of Ghana, Okojibosi or the mount. You better so. You be lower that. Because so interest rate. Samin konkwajine say interest rate is still higher. How am I going to do it? So what I say, that is the first option. Esenkawotu. Say interest rates no emra form. And no ba form dia obia kwaji sika e dia koya adwuma onim say interest rate ni swa. It widened the market ama obia timinya akonya e kwaji bosia de ye adwuma because say interest obetua iswa. That is first option I say way. Second, credit scoring system, we have it in 2 different types. One, if you go to North America, country like Canada and America, your amount of credit here, it is the risks of the person who is giving you the money.
Yeah.
It is the risks.
And
it is a product. No? Yes, and it is a Ujisicano. Now they can never do nothing to you. The worst they can do it is spoil your credit. So in essence, they put red tag on your name. So as I said, you free work or other place here. You don't say when your credit wealthy.
I think now banks yes are there.
So what I say said you be ya once continue on conquer Jessica. So ko Holland no more. Oko Jessica na udia they have right to be ofia be found near I wanted that money.
So which one?
Which one are they proposing?
Okay.
These 2, which one are they proposing? Okay. You see? So it's not about say what be one. And 2, you can never force any institution. Searching China men and aqua me credit ye intimaba intimambosia. They can choose not to give you. You can't force them, and that is not a dear a buying and this is by private institution. 1, 2, another thing they say, what is credit scoring? Minya Mahase your friend Ezra meboa. Me fan say moton equipment, electrical equipment, ewa and all the companies across Ghana. What you people have to do, ni say, this company we say, and I'm one of the bank institution. Now money wo mo negotiate say, oh, ya dwumanie, ya were nationwide, ya ton electrical equipment, electronics equipment, amount for baby wa uniska. And ya person more this bank, mo ya financial institution. Said ya be ya obi beto ade ni bia mo betimi ya finance ama nipa no, na nipa ni tuatua ka. And one, be fan say we say, mo show him mo ton 2000. Enipa ni ba, and I'm say only sika, money e bia best point. And now whatever institution acquire a line. Say your 2,000 your best points is because okay, me finance amount. Me do 10,000 better so I'm 3,000. You see, that was what I'm saying. Say if Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia want to do his good work, on checking your friends say interest rate face. And he say or no the interest a better so then he split it for you. Maybe I was 2 years. So whereby adia no say okuta cash ya beto 2,000 but nam say okuta cash ya wo financing into 2,800 but when your friend is say bank rate no higher, would you afford it? You can't. These are some of the things here Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia should come out and explain to Ghanaians. It's not about say what's the credit scoring system na beto hono abeto Ghana for team say say the next na say no, that is falsehood. I see. It doesn't work like that. Credit scoring doesn't work like that. And government obligations. The government obligation is an interest rate no above form. Now obia timi akwaje sa interest rate, low interest rate ni bi ekobasa the banks opened their hand to welcome more customers. President Kofi time, is that not what was there? I will feel cry na bank for you see, that was the system and they should be putting in place before they talk about this credit score, because our credit scores we say no enya dia. And even when you go to America, when you go to Canada, and then all the companies need a credit facilities. Not all of them. Because the credit facility, the only thing that is involved in it said, the bank has already paid you in full. Not just say, whoa, me personally, me bank, you know. And that institution no and na area so what I say enti se mentua that company na me koje yade won ho no wontimi me attack me unless the bank, especially yemfa car example say na menua na kan wakwa finance car e wo Canada wotua e bia amount ye bia $30,000 ombeka say bia 5%, no 5% of that money. So utua sa car no car even within 6 months here. 6 months here. Emremono, that institution finance want to mean Chicano. Do you know what? Want to mean report to crime police? Never. But the only thing he can do is say, baby, address ya odi ye car no. Ya won crofo ha almost so omonenam. Omonenam ti ku finance car na untimi ntua. On ye omuhia ukwan mu a. Almost emrasha wo mo kwan say omo eden but ultimate ko report to my police say obi abeba obosia wo ntua say ni say so for me they should come out clear. Now omo maye who the difference between the omo kano because it is two different types.
Okay, can me that say lawyer, he has made a very good point that has touched my heart.
Okay,
and that is the interest rate. Because businesses are collapsing because of the high interest rate. Why are you not focusing on the interest rate rather than credit scoring?
Okay, baby. Or say, Obi credit, Obi bad credit affected the other person. Yeah. The genesis problem, what Ghana say, because the risk of the banks and the financial institution, into the interest rate was low. Because Omo Hussein go for Bejiskana, Omuntua. Na kromo hazenzo obi bejis no ntua obetimi na kokot na so obibi obi akwa kofa kokoton di akwa kotua enti no moje collateral and in your man. It doesn't make for good business. There is a problem for the private sector. How mutimi nyeska enyo business all along. Enti no so when MPP government here a government of solutions. Dr. Bawumia, he is a person of solutions. Enti ba omi atrasia na odwene ho say, how do I solve this problem where one person's bad credit is being run on the other person? Many banks are my solicitor, my external solicitor for banks bebre. Main issue is the reason why pitchy interest in high no say utia 1 2 3 4 5 times granas went to be one. Yes. What you say? And this is the problem where credit scoring nature say you have become your body in papa so unkoje bosia a untuada we adwuma wa ha into skebia we into on your own credit merit no ye akoyi ye de yini be man into the thing about ye kwakoji collateral ne de aba be gina kire ni nyina no it will be a thing of the past. That is what it is solving. And in that one also no, the bank will now deal with individuals obehun obedusakwa we say that into interest na so risk na na ho dada no just yes pitchy interest no cost to say the buyer ofili at the 10th payment na near Jessica and no, it will be a thing of the past. It you know MPP for they try to solve a pending problem for the human beings. How are we going to set him up for him to develop himself and create equity? That is what MPP does. But other governments, they are more interested in building a building. They go to see Terminal 3, Terminal 2. Yeah. Tie. Make a just say here, tie. And me see, but tie. Any of this year. Yeah, with it you. So, Mama Kasa, and Kabeti Masio, Gago. Ridge Hospital. Did we really need an expansion of Ridge Hospital? When we had over 12 major hospitals in Greater Accra, there were no doctors, no ambulances, no medicine, no nurses, no paramedics. Any you set your hospital in man is an answer a dino. The essence of any hospital be ye Juma Papa no. I was here to me Papa Yaru the fear. I said to me paramedics to be cofano. Almost sustaining life no more deba. But how much did we spend to expand one hospital? Which grab okokra, the facilities are not enough. Let us not fool ourselves. We are a government bar. It is a government of the country. And what it does is, it works for the benefit of the people. Ghana for na deni yomodia. I was so to me Juma in such a way say, Papa na hu ye no. Ebe bafom. Na so sha right from Uraku besi na nado. This is what this party has done. They must be judged on that. And yet the flimsy of somebody and now it is what the party stands for. Now if you compare it to the other party now, what did we see? Nothing. Nothing to the benefit of the human being. In fact,
it is so beneficial to the human being. That before the one who did that, Alice is so tired more, we are one come on.
Nipahi compared to free SHS. Nipahi. Airport Nipahi compared to Nipa Yari Wagan and Yomoko Hospital. Nanado care baby and gave me the respect of Dr. Baumwami. Or say, or to the office. After COVID, or to one and Vice President by or say, hey, Mr. President, do you know that we have only 9 district hospitals in all the districts in the country? Or say it's not true. Or say, okay, let us do a research. Research, Now you hear 111 hospitals in all the districts. And then the agenda 111 by. It is him who triggered it. And no start so musi. What did the American say? It is solving a problem. We cannot develop urban areas alone and leave the hinterland alone. We must carry, or those who call America. America,
we now MPK voice in Accra. And you MPK voice note. 0531455105. 0531455105. In the next 7-8 minutes, we are wrapping up. Bring your voice note. 0531455105. Lawyer, me mami.
Oko America. Oko Ekurabia say the who was sitting and one who. What this government has done is they are trying to develop the whole country at the same time. Now, they must be given enough time to be able to fulfill and complete the processes. No, with good question. Dr. Mahombe, I say digitization, and yes, be a telephone, a unique or the paper trail, no, which is the biggest corruption base in this country, in the ministries. It is a digitization. Sikano eba negotiation of the deal. Sikano eba no. Press ya papa. Sadeni. Ultimi we are because paper trail no there 100,000. Not the 50,000 ship. It's a paper trail. And son now we not be 5 years ago and son we akwan be an occupation and we. Uti the make na say. Papa be can be chire me. And you see it as a very important move because our biggest problem, if we are able to collect the monies that the government should collect in terms of taxes and revenue and stuff like that, we don't need to borrow. Me my research no. It is occasional digitization will be make that thing of the pastor. He is trying to solve a problem, and that is what this party has done from day one. Solving problem, health problem, school problem, feeding problem, social intervention for those of them who don't have jobs, and the rest of it. And the future is not in the hands of those who think buildings are the solution to our problem. The future is in the hands of those who think about the human beings and want to see that the human beings have developed. Some many, small agitations, you know, it does not make for the movement. Yes.
What they also have to say.
Sir Mike, good morning. I'm essential. I'm Kasefio Boasi. And a paper question, Dr. Mama Dubaonia or that Esroa number 1. Namincha Modunu Kwapia, Kuka. Sir Mike, Nana Kwame, Ninsam now Kanya, yes, we go as watchy. Nyadia Yeti, Asante Yan Nepa, FE MPP Ho, Aquine School, Hospital. Inti, the Begina so at to Obama MPP, Bonia to us. Inti, the Nana Kwame to a Kenya, yes, we go as watchy.
Good morning. What's your friend? Set you consider Berman UGC. MPP for when we say Nipa and Kurani Wukruma. Awatina Hana, ye see that Dr. Bauma Mungo Funma Mokunu Ghana Han. Then we don't have a Tabama MPP. Oh, more before never to Abanamo. Now back to some macro bills. MPP, what be 2 months away? Some music cathedral cramo intimacy, we are by Dada Ghana for Manamuna Muchichiska. Miss Mudolis. Morning. Me church ya mwina mutu wani mnina. Me katafu airport on about. Me pachu me pesa me busa. Papana okase. Habo no need say. Yebisi second phase and I said third phase no. Na anyebia na omude na anka mukosi no kitano. Enu so musi anka beka wasema na. Papa ya mama di no yawo wo musin jomama no need say jomama besi second habo na muko kitana de bena muko ye.
Hello Aduanaba, good morning. We did my be me free Berman. Aduanaba. O my musese kalebuli na san start. Said obi a pen or ton ade. Adaba for said o mo pen no e no mo charge. Any penny ni o my munti se bi anye papa. Yes, sorry, people for free education. Aduanaba se mo adwuma apa na me ye na se me maye 10 90 me hwe wo.
Good morning. Mamoni jumapa mu ma Ghana mani Asante man. E from of atami kasafuru mase bantuma. Anope de se no busa ya se Ghana tisen e o ebutu. Se obeka no kurashe nyame ni monyam ko ade Ghana nye. No ma say me amikase me businessman. Dollar ntina me gina so eto aba tia NDC 2016. Inti sana the same thing. Afu so message gina dollar no so asato aba.
Good morning, Aduanaba. Clement in the Quadaso. Or do they make an say? ɔman mu deɛ ɛyɛ papapapa nyame adomɛte asomdwe mu deɛ aban no yɛn deɛ ɛyɛ papapapa nti twa sɛ yɛsa toa up.
Good morning.
Ezra 94.1. Ezra 94.1. Ezra 94.1. Ezra 94.1.
Good morning. Me a taxi driver me kase free Adankwa Misaso. Me say first no na me tope to ETCDC de ye adwuma pon. Ebefi na me nya top money enya bi bɔ me ile na me ma kon. Enne me tope to 250 cedis enso me emmonunum na petroji na asa. Nti yase me hwe masetre mu fa ntoa ba ene na wo se me vote editia MPP aban bon.
Right.
Good morning.
Yeah, fancy. Yeah, no aso. Yeah, sorry. Na Throne of Holy Trinity Worship Center. Nyamre party. Nyame asem within 1 hour. Kroje. Na kwa Reverend Joseph Ofori. Ofori at the air bar. To me say yes. Across the country, Papa. In fact, West no, and we a great pa. Fiyase, Pentagon Junction. Oh, Enna, oh. Right, 1 minute. Nafi,
yes, Senior Mike. Yes, said the Mesha say American. Me say, if we are assessing, Sebio, problems, and the crime before you be solve. We share NPP. Said the of I can. You provide solutions to each and every area. You see it here. We can't make criteria juma. A kwa person of fresh will criteria juma. Ye nim se yatete enkrofo ewo apumudimu. Inti I was see hospitals. If we are yen train e di akoniaba, I was say ye solve sa problems no. First na ambulances are any Ghana ha, I was say ye solve sa problems no. See betumi asolve unemployment, I was say ye to me incentivize businesses no more create more employment opportunities. Inti once you are solving we na we nso a any power fence so say sa electric bus here no so bay a can ka utua for cash good. So for me you solve problems. Michael
is a secretary for the NPP. Communication team for the party. Lawyer
Akwana taxi driver now. Taxi driver no. Or see first do nya 80 cedis. Auto petrol 80 cedis. And now oye juma ibi cannot the Kofi. Na say 200 not on. Say drop it back cry 100 cedis. One drop it. 100 cedis. Drop it back or be 100 cedis. It is disingenuous. Because obepo juma for the day no. Obepo juma for because you are
not being fair to this guy.
I am being very fair because he's not being fair to my party. And you know, or 200 cities. Obepo juma no kita be 1,500. Or the 200 the 12 fuel na. Wa come care be 80 cents. Na ba ni na no or the share moto. Eno abebe jam radio so.
Nasane oh. Nasane. Be free them. Eno me say me close. Enyina wi oh. We are or the backos baba matters. Taxi driver no so be 100.
Sir Mike. On say you better ha. Ye kasa ye nyina nya ho na tifo. Ba catch us about we are ye koto.
Yes, pocket.
Ye hwe ya sitrem ne de ato abapa wo. Enti nsem o mo ke kana we ni de. Eye kikabidie keke. Ghanaians who vote this year has already made their decision. Enya masema me betena ha. Ana Dr. Mamudu Baomi ana Mahama Kanam. So in this election Dr. Mamudu Baomi Ekachre will say there is no better economy than your pockets. Exactly. And that is exactly what Ghanaians are going to do. So your pocket, your vote. Your vote.
Your welfare,
Your vote.
Mr. Taxi driver.
Your pocket.
Your vote.
Your vote.
Welfare.
Yes.
Your vote.
Your welfare.
What welfare?
All right.
And because a taxi driver. He's not me.
Right. I was yeah. Sorry. Nah. Afi prophet pastor. Sorry. At the Nyamia some kroje adansi wo ho abeto aso amana sellers and sellers obebdi coming from Rubin Ezra TV Ezra Radio wishing his good friend sellers a blessed happy birthday nyamisha na onka ho mfamfi adomu enko adomu na do baby ano onyame emano enyeyi yeah sorry have a great weekend production no ayofata afi nation okoja mind the nation fighter and Ruben Ominano and a boy made the program no ebrewo meeting Edison Mike and I did this with a legend Reverend Aduanaba Kofi Asante in nyame adom na odom ya eda adwada mo besan ate yenka